Разрабов ПХ что-то дубу дали. У них реально какой-то японский рэп сейчас играет. Ох, должно порвать сейчас всех нелюбителей женских персонажей с этим персонажем, с выходом этого персонажа. Там прям такая сильная женщина выходит, судя по трейлеру. Просто разорвать должно всех. Когда обнова должна выйти? Какого она там числа должна была выйти? 23-го, что ли? Сейчас посмотрю. Привет, Джойстик. Не, ну то, что у них кто-то рэп какой-то японский играет. Ну, они тут дали жару. Ничего страшного. Не обижаюсь. Ну да, 23-го. Угу. Ну вот дорога. На июль. На 23 число. Ну да. Это была бы разрывная, согласен. Не, ну звучит необычно. Так игра и так хорошо оптимизирована. Такую еще оптимизацию ей нужно. Она буквально работает на лютейших дроволетах. Я в ФХ в свое время на 1050 играл. И не в 60 FPS, а что 100 с чем-то, наверное. Какую тут еще оптимизацию нужны в этой игре? Она больше процессора зависима. Эта игра. То есть я на ней... Ну, я в нее играл на 1050. Но если процессор мертвый у тебя, то там будешь, да, страдать. Но если нормальный процессор, но при этом слабая видеокарта, то в ХА можно играть. А как запрет влияет на FPS в игре? Мне кажется, никак. Да и без запрета, да, сейчас как ты будешь играть? Там основной способ, он без запретов не работает, я так понимаю. Ну могли дроп сделать типа жестче. Не, ну сейчас без обходов нормально не поиграть из России. Это так. Но именно как играть, как люди сейчас играют, я не знаю, потому что я сам-то не играю. Потому что уже больше года прошло, как я не играю в ФХ. Как же порвет всех женоненавистников. Их просто на атомы разорвет от этого персонажа. Я уже вижу эти комментарии у моба под обзором. Бедолаг этих, которые ненавидят женских персонажей. Как их рвет на атомы. Ну да, вообще-то женщина. Нет, это японский персонаж.
Welcome to Year 10 Season 2 title update to... She looks incredible. I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about her. Joining me today, we've got Nolan. How you doing, man?
Не, ну выглядит она, честно говоря, не очень. Даже я не говорю про внешность, про ее лицо, а просто про ее доспехи. Она выглядит как бомж.
And on top of that, we're going to pick some lucky winners at the end of the show to win a grand prize of either 100k steel or the new Arakure hero. So it's going to be super awesome.
Интересно, как по-русски ее переведут.
Planned starting July 23rd through August 11th. So just watch your favorite streamers on Twitch. Watch for 1, 2 to 4 hours, and you're going to get some fabulous drops. You can read them for yourself. They were on the screen, and you can go back probably later on. On top of that, we got more free fun stuff for you all. A free week is coming up, so UbiConnect on Xbox and PlayStation from July 23rd to August 12th.
Если она выйдет на старте балансная.
Playing for a while, bring them on because you can play for 12 days for free. That's more than a week. I looked it up.
Ну вот как она изначально выглядит в трейлере, она прям страшная, она некрасивая. Я не знаю, кто ее дизайнил. Прошлые персонажи выглядят хорошо, она выглядит ужасно. Сахэй выглядит хорошо. Виртуозка выглядит хорошо. Джурен выглядит хорошо. Но вот это вот... Это просто... Я не знаю, откуда ее достали.
Amazing.
Can't wait. Folks, grab your popcorn. It's going to be a long one. So stick around. We're going to head to the sweet details. But first, check out this gameplay trailer. It's going to be awesome. Enjoy.
Let's go.
Тонфы? Смотри, как реализуют. У них какая-то шкала накапливается, как в файтингах. О, как. Сион блок. Чего? Ну, фиты выглядят вкусно. Судя по тому, что я сейчас увидел, фиты у нее выглядят вкусно. Но смотря, как сильно они ее будут бафать. Ну, прям мусорного фита родного я у нее ни одного не увидел. Все отлично синергируют с ней. Нет. А просто, например, того же Сахея. Не все родные фиты, на мой взгляд, хорошие. Вот исцеление я у Сахея не брал родное. Тут вроде все полезное.
Welcome back, warriors. What an
Не, неохота
exciting
мне
time
пока.
indeed. Arakure looks incredible. Join with me today. We've got Danny, we've got Ben. How you both doing?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Good.
Привет, Lolly
Music
Lovers.
from that trailer. I think you wrote that, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
The English lyrics,
Yeah.
at least, a little bit of a diss
YouTube этот,
track,
конечно,
and,
с
thanks
этими
to our
никнеймами.
Japanese partners for, doing
Чем надо
some
было вводить это
campaigns
нововведение?
that every time I hear it,
Oh, it's hype.
I get hyped to kick some butt.
I want a shadow box every time I hear it.
Yeah.
Why don't we jump into the seasonal roadmap real quick before we jump into everything else? So let's look at TU2 since that's where we are landing on July 23rd.
Ну, не знаю. Геймплейно, то, что сейчас показали, фиты, выглядит интересно, да. Визуально не. Не знаю, посмотрим другие комплекты. Так, что у нас? Второй титул апдейт. 23 июля выйдет новый персонаж. Бесплатный ивент вместе с ней выйдет. Возвращение стартового захвата территории. Режим для новичков. Режим для новичков. Захват территорий для новичков. О. Возвращение старого ивента и 3 Херофеста на Берсерка. На Берсерка и на еще кого-то. Не успел прочесть.
Yeah, for sure. Previously, for honor.
Короче, кроме
So, yeah,
героя,
focusing,
ничего интересного там
back
нет.
into the mire where the Mongol presence
Ну-ка,
was
сейчас на ютубе
increasing quite a
посмотрю.
bit
На ютубе
because
лучше
of
включить
a
стрим,
alliance
потому что
happening
здесь я на
between,
паузу нормально
Kazuya
ставить не смогу.
and the cartoon. But there was a bit of a
Берсерк, Виртуоза,
bloodbath.
Йорм. Мгм. Там еще по датам надо было поговорить.
The Oni. So that alliance was weakened quite a bit because bodies were
них-
dropping, and quite a few of them were leaders.
У них стрим на ютубе не запущен.
And I don't know if you can see, there's a bit of a shadow.
У них сейчас только на Твиче стрим идет.
There was another uninvited guest
Что-то они там прошляпили.
watching the festivities.
Would you look at that?
Do you want to talk a bit more about who this
Yeah.
uninvited guest was?
So we're doing something a little different this TU. It's kind of fun, a little bit of parallel storytelling. And yeah, so at that banquet
знаю.
was the Arakure. The Arakure are like scrappy street fighters that thrive in the criminal underbelly of the mire. Arakure means kind of like violent, unruly, or untamed person. And they're historically inspired by Japanese sukeban from the 60s and 70s, which were these delinquent girls who organized in gangs to like smoke in the bathrooms. And they were rebelling against authority and kind of like the rigid expectations of society.
Но он говорит, что вдохновлялись какой-то настоящей бандой.
So our samurai are also breaking tradition.
Настоящей бандой
They
женщин, как я
learn to
понял.
fight, in the dirty back
То есть
alleys
что-то такое
and
действительно существовало.
tunnels. They poke your eyes, stomp your toes, spit in your face. Anything goes. Yeah, so one of the most prominent Arakure is Gaki, who's kind of who you're seeing in the default armor set. Gaki is like a given nickname. It means kind of like little devil or brat.
Okay,
And she leads a gang of
Не,
Arakure.
ну, видимо,
who live by their
вдохновлялись,
own rules.
ну, судя по его
Or at least
словам,
they used to,
бандой.
because that alliance between the Mongols,
У них там в
and
Японии
House of Dokuja
не какой-то
really threatened
современной
the
бандой,
criminal
а вот именно
lifestyle,
бандой
you know, cleaned up the streets, the black
из
markets dried up.
тех времен.
So yeah.
awesome. So it's a Gaki summer then.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Не, ну я думаю, если погуглить, можно, наверное, даже найти.
I mean, they're fighting to survive. So as usual, keep an eye on the lore orders. You'll get some more details about Gaki's backstory, whose broken katana that might be.
Okay.
And also, we're doing something really fun with the short stories as TUs. So the new short story called Never Enough is available now, but it takes place at the same time as my friend Ian's short story, Seeing Red. So go back, read or reread Seeing Red, and then read Never Enough. And I hope you enjoy it.
Но когда они говорили, что будет какое-то оружие, которого мы никогда раньше не видели, я предполагал что-то более интересное, чем тонф. Тонфы я видел.
Yeah,
Не единожды.
The first thing is their backstory. Also their attitude.
Ну да, добавят гопников. Ну это по сути гопники получается.
The fact that they live in the streets now as well. It didn't impact that a lot. We also used a reference from the UFC boxing scene.
Будете ходить в ФХ, мобилы отжимать.
Tough and badass roles. So we can check more in detail how she looks. So the clothes are relatively simple, but we find a lot of wear and tear and all. But I wanted them to be recognizable, so they borrowed, if you know what I mean.
Wink, wink.
Some element from the samurai they adopt, like the manpo to protect the jaw. They have the kusazuri, I knew it, on one leg, and sode on their arm, small sode. The knee pad that they stole from the suneate part. And
А чё, меч нормально нельзя было надыбать? Зачем он находит с огрызком меча?
And the blade on their back is inspired by Gaki's story that Ben mentioned. And it actually became a ritual that they do to be part of the group. And they all wear one. Basically, they just have to break a katana. Where they get
это традиция.
But it's another symbol.
Чтобы вступить в группу, вот эту преступную, нужно сломать катану. Так что эта катана, она, как я так понимаю, как символ.
Ria is inspired by them. It's as they were trying to hide the femininity as a statement against a man's world. The Tonfas and Fire brought up some ideas too, of course. Like we wanted her to move freely, so the arms are not covered.
А где налокотники? А шлем?
We wanted her to be muscular too, because she packs a punch, of course. But have the muscle to support the hits she receives too, because you have people like Shugo or Lawbringer on the field, so it needed some meat in there, right?
Of course.
Yep.
Do you want to talk a bit more about her hair a little bit?
Yeah, of course. It's a big feature. So being this rebellious group, we needed something expressive to fit their attitude. So what better than hair?
Yeah.
So we drew inspiration from the 70s punk in the UK. And everything they influence.
Так, ну, нормально, чё? Прекрасно.
And then we continued from there and had fun with the haircuts.
Нам, мне кажется, российскому зрителю, российскому игроку это близко. Мне кажется, такая челка раньше была очень популярна.
Hairstyle, which is so cool and it fits so well on her. So
she looks incredible.
Yeah.
And by the way, the player expression is looking awesome on this. The patterns and material all work so well together.
Кто у них там в Японии в это время так волосы укладывал, интересно? И чем они их укладывали?
Yeah, absolutely.
Чтобы такой ракет стоял.
As you can see here, we left a lot of real estate, I would say, to give player more
Стилист, видимо, какой-то есть в банде.
Of the Arakure that we couldn't like.
Ну прически у них.
You pretty much have a little bit more of the same, but we brought up some fashion style a little bit.
Ну это прям как в аниме.
Shoulder cloth inspired by the katajino that are usually used more on traditional cloth. The small cape in the back is mostly just for movement and purely aesthetic, and it looks great. But it's again more real estate for you guys to have fun customizing her. Have fun, yeah. It's amazing.
Awesome. Well, folks, I mean, Arakure will be available for purchase next week, July 23rd, for $9.99. It'll also be available for 15K still 2 weeks after the release. So be on the lookout for that. I want to talk a little bit about the free event pass coming. So as we mentioned earlier, starting July 23rd and running until August 13th, the free event pass, Arakure's Audacity, will allow players to loot some awesome-looking weapons. So why don't we get a little sneak peek at that?
Они вдохновлялись
These are cool.
Субкультурой японских женских уличных банд, пик активности которых пришелся на конец 60-х, 70-х годов. Я вроде когда их слушал, мне казалось, что они какой-то исторической бандой вдохновлялись. Но они там говорили про сукэбан. Ну, как-то странно вдохновляться бандами. Получается. Интересно. Вдохновляться бандами, которые, ну, нашего времени, по сути. И засунуть это в средневековье. Чушь какая-то. Ну да, судя по картинкам в гугле, банды там эти не выглядели. Ну, не было там таких причесок. Ну, в целом, да. В принципе, ФХ никогда не пытался какую-то достоверность. Не, ну первые это ассасины. Первые ассасины вроде пытались в историчность, не? Там дальше не знаю как, а первые вроде ассасины пытались в историчность. Есть, да, с двулезвенным топором. Причем говорить, у нас монах отбивает абсолютно все в этой игре наручами металлическими. Да весь персонаж какой-то анахронизм. Первый ассасин — это научная фантастика в исторических декорациях. Но то, что у нее в серии все онблок, как-то это все странно выглядит. Ну, баш в 500 МС, видимость нейтрала, как у всех. Наскок, я так понимаю, с синькой. А дальше что-то она в серии лупит все онблок.
Welcome back, Warriors! We are so excited to dive into the gameplay segment for Arakure, our latest samurai hero. And who better to help me out than these two absolute legends? JC, welcome back to the show. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. It's a
Настоящие тонфы.
chat in the back there.
Yeah.
But I can't
Тренировочные.
wait to show off this hero. It's gonna be super awesome.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, they called, you are here, so...
Yep. Yeah. I mean, you know, whenever I get summoned, that's how I have to show up. I know I have to show up.
Но ничего придумывать не пришлось в этот раз.
It's like, JC, and I come running.
The JC signal, I
Yeah.
like it. All right, amazing. And on top of that, we also have Costa. Costa
Yeah.
joining us back on the couch. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm really excited to show Arakure to the world. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Как
well,
они на
now's your
русский
chance.
переведут?
Now is my
Аракуре.
So, I mean, this is that moment. We're introducing the hero to the world, as you said. So, what can you tell us about this hero?
well, she is an assassin, dual wielding tonfas.
Так это не трость.
Talk about how we chose tonfas.
Yeah. So a little while ago, because we kind of decide on what weapons we're gonna do, you know, quite in advance. But I was Vanessa and I specifically, but we were talking about a bunch of different people. We're looking at, okay, how can we make a kind of like fist-based hero, right? We've been getting a lot of requests from players to go, I want to have somebody that punches people, that does that kind of stuff. And the issue that we have normally is that every single punch in the game right now is a bash. And no matter what we kind of pick, like there was like cestus and like a bunch of different kind of weapons, it always looks like you're punching straight up, and it always ends up looking like a bash. So that's problem number one. That it's like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but it kind of feels odd, and then it gets parried, like you parry a punch, it's a bit strange. There's also a range problem, right? Because normally in For Honor, you're often, not necessarily always, but you're often outnumbered. You're in a duel, there's people around you. You want to be able to hit them on the side. But if I'm punching, like realistically, if I want to hit somebody that's there, it's super hard. Because I have to do these super weird, long, like stretchy punches that have no
Он
power
сейчас
behind them.
объясняет
So, because normally to have power, you have to
проблемы введения персонажа, который сражался бы чисто кулаками.
And we're starting to looking at different weapons, what we could do. And when we landed on Tonfas, we're like, you know what, this could probably work, right? Because you can hold it. And I'm sure that's what a lot of people kind of realized when we revealed it, is you punch with them. But there's a lot of different ways to hold a Tonfa, because you can kind of spin them, and you so
Не, ну
you can
тонфами
actually fix
лупить
the range issue by being able to spin them and hit people
палатным
outside.
персонажем тоже,
You can
конечно,
use them, you can
выглядит
use them as a
сомнительно.
hammer, you can use them for a lot of
Но
different
кулаками
things.
бы, да,
You can use them to block
согласен,
as well.
кулаками это было бы
You can use
вообще
them to block, so you get like that edge here to
очень
block.
странно,
So you can do
очень
so
смешно,
much
очень
with
комично.
Tonfas. And it also fulfilled that kind of boxer, kind of brawler strategy, like, you know, fantasy. So it just made total sense.
С тонфами, конечно, это будет выглядеть
Логичнее.
логичнее,
Yeah.
логичнее,
Yeah,
реалистичнее.
all right.
Right.
So before we start with that, I'll just say that we tried to keep the pattern that light attacks are going to use the short end of the tonfa. So like punches.
Не, ну можно
jabs,
добавить какие-нибудь когти.
trajectories aren't wide. And then for heavy attacks, they have a wider trajectory because, like you said, she actually spins them out like that. Don't want to hit you guys, but yeah, just
Yeah,
to start off
That's
like
how it
that.
kind of works.
So let's get into the gameplay here.
Уже геймплей?
All right.
So here she is. She
А
looks
чё у разрабов
really mean.
с этим стримом сегодня? Уже геймплей? Так быстро?
Got some cool
Не
emotes
будут
here.
обсасывать дизайн,
Scratch in the back.
арт,
That's the way you use
лор.
Other use for the Tonfa.
Обалдеть, уже
So,
геймплей.
let's get into it. She has light attack, right?
Ну,
You see
обычно
the
лайт,
punching that you were talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Short end.
Yep.
She has a heavy attack.
обычный
And-
хэви.
and I don't know if you noticed this, but she spins the tonfa too. So
Yeah.
it looks really cool like that.
Looks
It's
really
just really neat.
Но
animation.
хэви выглядит, как
Yeah,
будто бы он
it's amazing.
должен
Like,
цеплять
the detail,
противников
we're gonna have, like,
сбоку.
Vanessa and Michelle come in later, but like the amount of detail that we have on those animations to make her look super cool is unprecedented.
Yeah.
It's really, we're really excited.
And from light, you could go into heavy or light. So like, I could do light into heavy. I could do light into light.
Ну, короче, можно после лайта продолжать лайтом или хэвиком. И после хэвика, я так понимаю, можно продолжить лайтом или продолжить хэвиком.
Light.
That kind of all works out, right?
Yeah.
Pretty simple, like a
Pretty
two-hit
basic.
hero.
Two-hit hero.
Oh, we're stopping here, right? We did all this stuff. We had the
Ну, как мы
big
разрабов
Tonfa,
чуть
deep
выше
dive
поднимем, никак.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks. We'll see you at the
Good
next
night.
segment.
We never stop there. We never stop
We
there.
never, ever stop.
I'm gonna show you her sprint attack too. Sprint attack. It's on the light.
Не-не, это чисто
Put it
женщина.
on my end so people can
Yeah.
see what it looks like when you're. Actually, just a little bit of a jump with the crossed on.
Спринта обычная атака. Тычка какая-то.
She's got a nice zone attack too. It's quick.
Это зона атака была.
Pretty good trajectories on it
Yep.
as well. And she has something else.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
has at least one more thing.
I didn't. At least one more.
One more. Okay.
I didn't show this because it's part of the reveal, the slow reveal.
Yeah.
So when you hit someone with any attack,
Yeah.
even a bash, she gets a combo light follow-up, a guaranteed light. So for example, right there.
Мгм. Двойной лайт. Ну, как у Ороти, например.
Yeah. No, but you get a little one too.
Или у
You
Ордена.
get it after lights. You get it after heavy.
You get it after lights, you get it after heavies, you get it after bashes. So for example, if I do a light into bash, I get the combo right after. it.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah. So that so it makes sense, right? So every single attack that she has, you get a small confirm light afterwards.
Короче, после любой атаки она может еще дать confirm light. То есть вот она сейчас 2 лайта дала, если хэвиком бы попала, она бы смогла после этого хэвика сделать гарант лайт.
We'll get into that soon. Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
cool.
Let me show you some of her dodge attacks.
All right, cool.
Right? Yeah, basic kit. This one's my favorite. It's a nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, right? Because I remember seeing, because I'm terminally online for some
Да нет,
reason.
конечно, что мне делать ничего.
I ended up like there was a lot of comments because that specific move is in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember people going, I really want her to have it. Guess what she does?
She got it.
You want to clown on some people you don't like?
Ну, обычный баш нейтрала.
Not only that, if you unlock for me, we also, added a little kick in the butt.
Oh, okay.
Можно
we had
пнуть теперь
some fun
по
with it.
жопе.
Yeah, some fun with it. So that's a bash.
Yeah.
It's undodgeable.
It's unblockable, right?
Unblockable, sorry. We have an undodgeable.
Ну, я в плане механики, он обычный.
Light. Front dodge light. Yep.
Это лайт
Quite a bit of
через
range as
додж
well, like, you
вперед.
get it from, like, pretty far.
Sorry.
It's
go ahead.
undodgeable.
Yeah,
Go
really
ahead,
good
show me.
peeling tool here.
Yeah.
It's undodgeable,
норм.
so often enough, like you get into situations in group fights where people keep dodging away from you, so she can catch up and say, no, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like that too.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So something to add is after all these moves, like I said, the combo strikes happen. Combo strikes.
Она даже стоит, как будто слушает что-то в
chain
наушниках.
finishers.
Okay.
So you could, for example, sorry, I got lost there. So I could just keep doing that. For example, I'm always going into my finishers.
I can dodge out of them. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
people are going,
worry.
but I can dodge,
Dodge out of them. So basically, that creates kind of like a faux infinite.
Yeah.
Right. You could only.
Like it works off of like heavy light, heavy. So it's kind of cool, right? Because you have to commit to that little extra attack. You deal a little bit less damage on your attacks because there's that little extra strike afterwards.
Yeah.
But it still feels kind of good.
Exactly. So that's kind of her false infinite there. I mentioned twin strikes. And
Yeah.
the way that you could think of this is that twin strikes are true finishers to her moveset.
Okay.
So anytime I do a twin strike attack, that's the end of my
Samurai.
chain. That input can be done at any point in the chain. So if I open, I could go into my twin strike attack, end the chain like that.
So how do you do twin strike attacks? Because
Yeah.
you've shown me everything now, and now I'm
Showing you
confused.
everything. Yeah. But so I had to create other inputs for
Oh,
the
okay.
twin strike. So to enter twin strike, you basically enter your chain, and then you press back on the left stick as well as your input. So light, heavy, or bash.
Okay.
So let's start with the light. So I'm gonna go light into the twin strike attack.
Okay.
And notice how she attacked with both tonfas there.
Is that why it's twin strike?
That's why. That's
Что-то не
why.
совсем понял.
Like, again, the
Как эти
narrative
атаки
keeps
сделать?
showing their pure genius
Yeah, yeah.
here.
Love it.
And
Like
did a
being
great job
looking
with
at
that.
stuff and going, you know what, this is.
Судя по тому, что он сказал, нужно нажать
So, we got the
клавишу
twin strike
движения
light
назад,
that I showed you.
и
This is
тогда
400
ты сделаешь финишер атаку.
It is enhanced. All
That's
her
scary.
lights are enhanced except for the combo lights and the opener lights, by the way.
Okay.
So it is enhanced, and there's a dodge cancel after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for example,
Show me, show me.
Так, финишеры у нее... Ну, вот этот финишер, который показали, он у нее enhanced.
into my
Okay.
bash
И
first.
после
So
этого,
what's also interesting here to
после этого
see is
финишера
that
можно
you
еще
showed
отменить
it.
рекавери.
You don't have to do your little combo guarantee light
Right,
to
right.
go into twin strike. You can go into twin strike from literally anything. right?
Exactly.
И вот в этот...
But that is pretty cool that you can go, you know what, like I'm gonna do light, twin strike, or I can do light, twin
Twin
strike.
strike.
Right.
Exactly.
So
Короче,
there's a lot
она
of
может
freedom
свою
now
серию
of
завершить
and how you want
в любой
to
момент
spend
вот
your
этим вот
stamina, how you
ударом,
do damage.
двумя танфами.
It's kind of interesting. There.
Yep. Twin strike heavy.
Okay.
Same input idea. You go into it from a chain. So I'll do a light into twin strike heavy.
Undodge.
And it's
Undodgeable.
undodgeable.
I saw blue.
Yep. Undodgeable.
Somebody's bingo card just like popped up.
Yeah.
Definitely. So pretty standard.
И финишер у нее undodge. Мгм.
So you can
But,
choose, yeah, right?
yeah, you could choose direction.
Twin strike again. Both
Не слайд. Ну, видимо, да. В общем, чтобы финишеры у нее эти сделать, нужно
changes the hand
серии
position and how you
нажать
manipulate
клавишу
the
движения назад
She moves them around to
и
grab
атаку.
them, a bit
Да, она
like
сделает
slower
финишер.
to hit on somebody's
Yeah,
head.
Ну и судя по тому, что мы увидели, если нажать финишер light, то
Little
он
tiny ways that the
enhanced,
animation team is able to kinda, like, play with those
ну не
weapons
отлетает
and
от
make it
блока.
feel a lot more realistic and
А если нажать heavy, то у нас
And then
вылетает андодж.
finally, let's look at the bash.
yeah, right. There's probably a bash there.
Yeah, the bash.
Another
is,
bingo card thing.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
The bash is a pinning move.
Okay.
I'll show it to you.
Oh,
So
another bingo.
same input, same input. You're gonna enter it through chains. So and I'm gonna do back bash.
Нифига.
I got hit real hard there.
So what happens is
Это был баш в серии, и баш в серию у нее
dirty fighter.
пин.
Yeah, right.
She
Ну,
kicks
то бишь
down in your
станет
face,
противника.
and then from
Ну, вы и
there
сами
I
увидели.
could, input lights to continue pummeling.
Okay.
А, и нужно еще лайты нажимать. То есть вот эти вот удары, они не автоматические.
Exactly.
Right. Boom, boom, boom.
То есть, чтобы продолжать стукать, нужно нажимать
Move
лайты.
is even called dirty trick.
Yeah,
It's
so there you
throwing
go, right?
sand in people's eyes. That's a
Pretty
pretty dirty trick.
Yeah.
So
А,
I
вот.
also choose to throw.
That's
from
pretty
it.
cool, right?
At
So
any point,
at any
except for
point,
the last
except for the last one. So basically, you
Exactly.
can go, hey, I want to go 1, 2,
То есть можно не заканчивать
Exactly. Well,
всю
the
серию, а
last
можно
one is
бросить противника в любую сторону.
I've committed to the damage on the last
Okay.
hit. I can't do anything after
Yeah,
that.
so the damage is really, really low.
Кстати говоря, да, действительно, у нее реально там какая-то нож-бабочка, как будто бы на поясе.
So that's like pretty cool. You get to choose what you want to do because you can still wall splat.
Exactly. So off the throw, you could wall splat, land a heavy, potentially lead to more damage that way than just finishing the pummel.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, well, the one thing we haven't shown yet before we move on to the another one more thing, because there's always one more.
There's always one more.
She has side dodge lights as well, right? We haven't
Right,
Really show
yes,
them.
side
Ну,
The
боковые додж-лайты.
You can combo them as well.
Exactly.
Use side dodge light, pummel, and hit people. Hey, I'm gonna kill you. So yeah, so it works really
Последний
well.
лайт, как я вижу, он еще под
But then there's
гиперармором.
something else that we've seen in the trailer,
Yeah.
and I've seen on chat before, because sitting in the back, you know, I like to chat 'cause
People were wondering.
that's how I know how to get summoned, right? Sure. But people are wondering, like, it says strike meter.
Yeah.
And I see a little, like, kind of like swirly under your little widget there that tells you what stance you're in. So what is that?
Yeah.
Could
So,
this be the
this be the-
aforementioned
yeah.
strike meter?
The
this
mythical strike
this is indeed the strike meter. So if you look under my widget, you see I'm filling up the strike meter all the way to 2 little nodes.
All right.
And you could see the nodes above in my health
That's it.
bar
And
there.
if I had them, so I can go and get them like really quickly there.
Yeah.
Looking at the wrong screen. So that's good.
Yeah. So you got the first one there.
Довольно долго держится эта шкала.
And the second
There you
one
go.
up there.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, this is a new mechanic.
Yeah.
This makes Arakure really unique. What happens is this strike meter has threshold levels, the 2 dots that you see. It has 3 levels.
Okay.
The first one is called idle. And the way this works is it's just the base moveset.
Yeah.
What we've shown you up until now. There's still some more surprises there, but up until now, that's exactly what you
Right.
get.
So you get those 400 MS lights, you get the undodgeable heavy, and you get that kick sand, dirty trick, and punch, 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 punch.
Yeah.
And you go. All right. Okay. Cool.
I don't know if you noticed too.
Привет, Зерк.
The strike meter also depletes.
Decays. Yeah, decays after time, right?
So after you don't
Объясняют?
attack for 10 seconds, it starts to
okay.
deplete.
Let's go down on the map.
You could also pause the depletion by getting blocked or blocking and hitting minions.
Okay. So basically, you want to be.
Но пока они не говорят, что именно эта шкала ей дает.
Exactly.
Просто
so it's very
разжевывают.
aggressive.
But what does it give you? Because I mean, yeah,
Шкалу.
it's cool. There's a meter. Yeah, cool. I can, see my.
Ну да,
combo.
Yeah, I only
накапливаясь.
talked about, the idle level.
Right.
So
3
the
уровня у
next
нее.
level is called onslaught.
Oh, that sounds like.
And
scary.
what happens with onslaught is, let me get to onslaught here, is her twin strike attacks, remember the 2 hits there? They become armored.
Bingo.
So,
Когда у тебя первый, точнее уже второй уровень шкалы, твои финишеры получают гиперармор. То есть вот лайт финишер получает гиперармор, heavy финишер получает
Not
гиперармор.
only that, you also get a shield because it's a long pinning move. Here.
I want to make sure you kept it.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's a long pinning move. you're stuck in it for a while.
О,
So we also give you
и когда у тебя второй уровень шкалы, ты во время баша получаешь щит. И причем получаешь довольно много щита, судя по тому, что я сейчас увидел.
While you're like, punching,
Exactly.
leaving whatever out of somebody, but you also get a
Там
shield.
прям чуть ли не на всю шкалу был щит.
There's people around me that would just want to wall upon me. Well, they can, but the odds of them depleting 70 HP's worth of damage that quickly might not work all the time.
exactly, yeah. So
That's okay. So then that was
onslaught.
onslaught. What's the last one called?
The last one,
it
when
glows
you see this
blue, so that's even
beautiful,
scarier.
when you see this beautiful blue glow,
Yeah.
you know you've reached the ultimate
Okay.
stage. So
I
in
wonder what ultimate means.
Ultimate means that on top of the onslaught
Mm-hmm.
properties, so armor, you also get unblockables on those.
Okay. So show that to me because I'm a bit scared.
So here you go. We're gonna do heavy into back.
На третьем уровне шкалы,
Your backlight.
помимо
Is
прошлых
armor for
бонусов,
an MS
завершающие атаки получают еще и анблок.
Armor unblockable for an MS site. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Мгм.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Все финишеры становятся анблоками.
Dodge cancel block.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But then, okay, so now I'm scared though, because did you mean that everything gets unblockable? And it
yes.
keeps what it had before?
All the twin strike moves get unblockable.
So what happens with the heavy?
Well, the heavy
То
gets
есть,
unblockable.
получается, анблоки под гиперармором.
See?
Неплохо.
Is that unblockable, undodgeable, armored heavy?
Охренеть. Ну да, получается. У нее heavy finisher — это
It is an unblockable,
синий анблок с гиперармором.
armored
А в
attack.
смысле, а подожди, а как его задоджить?
That's doing right now.
They're
Его
probably
вообще никак не
figuring out
задоджить, его только пэрить. А если она его отменит?
just to
Это
calm
прикол,
everybody down,
конечно.
'cause I'm sure- I'm not seeing it, but I got a couple of nods. from
Тупо
the
атака,
back.
которая обладает всем.
So here's the thing.
Че курили разрабы?
To get all these properties together to create that absolutely crazy pressure, right? You need to get your strike meter to max.
Yeah.
So
Ну,
that's-
короче, у тебя
that's
здесь
number
тупо нет вариантов.
which is not always
Или
the
пари,
easiest thing to do. You have to get
или
into a
впитывай.
fight and have that maxed out. If you get into a duel and to get it maxed out, typically there's gonna be like one hit left or something. So it's not crazy impactful in ones. It's a bit better in group fights, but still. The other thing is that there's almost no range on that attack, meaning that like you can't just go backlight into or like whatever into it because there's basically zero range. So, like, there's
У нее
almost no
дальность
range.
никакая.
So you can't use it
У
to
этой
catch
атаки.
people to do these things. So we really looked into
Нужно
balance.
сражаться прямо вблизи.
Damage output wasn't insanely high, but also there's very, very little range. So you have to be careful when you use it. It's really for focused 1v1 engagements. That's where we wanted to go. So yes, it's super scary on paper, and it'll give you good stuff. What I can tell you is that there's a lot of moments where you're actually better off doing the backlight, the dirty trick light, or not the I forget what you call them because
Yeah.
twin strike light. Yeah, sorry.
strike light,
Because that brings more and more and more pressure, right? The twin strike light, because you can dodge cancel, you can front dodge cancel into an undodgeable light or into the bash. So you can kind of cycle and keep that going and keep the vortex a bit as you want going through it, but you have a choice. Do I get a little bit more damage off the heavy but it ends here? Or do I go for that light and keep going and keep applying pressure? So there's an actual game plan here that kind of makes sense. That's super interesting. And yes, it's scary. We wanted it to be scary. Getting to that threat level again is not the simplest thing, right? There's a lot of stuff going into it. You might kill people before you get to max, and then it ends up being wasted. You have to work to get it to keep it full. So it's just overall, I would say give it a chance. I know it's super scary. I know it ticked off like a new bingo card because I'm sure nobody had unblockable, undodgeable armor on their bingo card, but then probably somebody's gonna put it now. But that's kind of how it works. But then there's the dirty trick as well, right?
Dirty trick, yes.
Yeah. So what does it get
dirty
at Ultimate?
trick, it gets everything that it got off of onslaught. Oh my god. Gets everything it gets off of onslaught, but now it's completely uninterruptible by bashes
Okay.
as well.
So from the community,
баш.
from players, because
Баш в серии.
internally it's completely different names because we didn't know people were going to call them that. There's like two types of armor in the game.
Понятно. Короче, баш серии обладает не
Hyper armor and
гиперармором, а суперармором.
hyper armor is what she
Его
gets
нельзя
on
сбить
onslaught.
даже
So
башами.
That means you trade and then you absorb kind of like normal hits.
То есть вот на этом третьем уровне, если баш что попался, тебе тиммейты вообще никак не помогут. Его даже сбить нельзя.
So it's scary because it's kind of dangerous. There's a reason why we almost never use it, because you can get stuck in situations where people are going to throw a shit ton of attacks at you, and then what are you going to do, right? Because
Ну, это как под яростью.
you're in that state where you can't get out of it. If that's too long,
Под яростью тоже обладаешь суперармором.
you don't get the damage reduction, you don't get the hit stun, all that stuff. So it's a bit scary. But in this case, it's interesting because you get that shield and you get super armor. So you literally cannot knock her out of it when she goes.
Ну и да, так-то шибко ничем не рискуешь.
Again, that's kind of scary. But we went that
Да,
way, right? Because we
будешь
wanted to
этот
make
баш
sure that
использовать, потому что щит
normally you wanna use
сверху
dirty
чуть ли не
tricks
на
to
всю шкалу
raise
здоровья кидает.
your strike meter like pretty quickly. It's the most efficient way to raise it up.
Yeah, because you get the most hits on
You
it.
get the most hits on
Which
it, right?
is why we're giving her those combo lights as well, just so that it helps you get your strike. meter.
Exactly. So it's a whole theme around this hero,
Yeah, yeah.
See?
right? But then we wanted to make sure that when you're at on Ultimate, why would you still use it? Because I'm like, well, okay, I already got all my stuff. I get better damage off of other options. So why would I use this one? Well, no, there's a reason to use it. It also is really good for setting up ganks and stuff, so it's kind of nice. But it kind of works quite well.
Вот урон они закрыли, это печально.
So that's it for that. But
But did you also want to talk about deflex too?
yes,
У меня дефлект есть.
so let me throw you top heavy because
She is an assassin.
Она убийца.
you get a heavy,
I get a heavy.
right?
Or I could do a shortcut. Right, dirty trick.
That's really dirty.
Yeah, yeah. So,
То есть она может сделать после дефлекта хевик,
So she's an assassin,
гарантированный, а может сделать баш.
and you get
Тоже это понимаю, гарантированный.
that little dirty tricks because she's dirty.
Indeed.
The fry
Dirty
cracker. She's
fighter.
all sorts of things. So, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, is there another one more thing? Because I remember. Okay, so
There is, yes.
I'm a very perceptive person,
Uh-huh.
and I looked at a trailer.
Yeah.
And it also said something about target swap.
Target spot.
Now,
Specialist, yeah.
It's a specialist. She's a specialist at target swapping. So, what does that mean exactly?
So when you target swap with Arakure, she has dedicated moves for the target swap.
Okay.
Мгм. У нее
We're
есть какие-то
calling them lash out attacks.
специальные приемы,
And
когда
basically the way
ты
this
меняешь
works is from
цели.
a target swap, as you could see in the video playing. She has access to 3 different lash out attacks.
Okay.
She has access to a light, a heavy, and a bash. So her
В общем, у нее
lash
3
out attack
специальных приема, когда ты меняешь цели,
gives you a lot of forward
делаются через лайт, через хэви и через баш.
target that's pretty decently far away, and you could catch up to them, reposition yourself. in
Okay.
the
И
fight.
судя по тому, что он говорит, у этих приемов хорошая дальность.
The light attack
Mhm.
has a medium range, so it's not as powerful in the,
Лайт обладает средней
But it's
дистанцией,
faster, though.
but it's fast.
он быстрый.
It's still 500, but it's a faster movement.
500 ms.
Where you gotta go. And then the bash, by nature, bashes are unblockable, and it has the shortest distance.
Okay.
So,
Баш анблок, ну, естественно, анблок, и у него самая
Put this in, right?
небольшая дистанция.
Again, I have the tonfa here, right? But you have this weapon, and target swapping is something that, like at some point you start doing in For Honor, and you do it with a lot of different attacks and a lot of different things. But then with this, it's like, well, how do I control group fights? Yeah, I can throw heavies, but the range is still a little bit limited. And we wanted to make sure that she had tools to handle being outnumbered. It also works really well with her lore and stuff. They're like, really scrappy fighters, get into a lot of stuff. So it's interesting to have that kind of function. So we looked at how can we make her effective in group fights? How can we make her feel good when she's outnumbered? And this is what it is, right? It's super interesting. The only other hero that has something remotely similar to this is Pirate. And it's limited to her gunshots, where if you land a heavy on somebody, do this right. I'm gonna get memed on again. That's gonna be awesome. But if you land a heavy on somebody with Pirate and then you target swap her gunshot, Pirate does the version that she gets when it gets blocked or on miss or whatever. So we kind of were able to reuse that tech, at least on the gameplay side, to make sure that she had different options whenever she target swap. But there's a couple of rules to it, though, right?
yeah. So, for example, if you target swap and you do a lash out attack and it misses, it does not make contact in any way, you cannot chain from it.
Okay, and you need to make contact to be able to do lash out attacks as well, right?
Yes, exactly.
Если ты такой атакой промахнешься, то ты не сможешь продолжать серию.
I need to hit somebody.
Yeah, there's
Нужно
always gotta be
попасть по противнику, чтобы можно было серию
Is there
продолжать.
one more thing to do with those? Because there's always one more thing.
There's always one more thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Like 10 more things.
Yeah.
I want you to know. Yeah.
Lash out attack scale with the strike meter.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So that means that at onslaught level, they become armored. And at the ultimate level, they become armored and unblockable.
И на эти атаки, на все три,
She becomes a really great pillar.
работает эта шкала.
She
То есть на
becomes a really
первом
hard
уровне,
stop in
на втором
the
уровне
fight
шкалы она
scenario.
на эти атаки получит гиперармор, а на третьем уровне
Exactly.
получит
Yeah.
анблоки.
So,
Ну поэтому мы и видели там до этого так, что она когда таргет свапает,
I
у нее
used to love
все
getting
анблоками
into it,
вылетает.
going, hey, there's 3 people against me. You're all going down.
Yeah.
And it worked really well. It was super cool. So
it's a really rewarding feeling
Yeah.
for getting the strike meter up.
cool.
It's a rewarding feeling for putting in that effort, and it's a lot of fun. Target
is.
swapping isn't the most easiest mechanic, but this is a great hero to learn it on. It's a great hero to practice it on, and up the For Honor gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Yeah.
So I think so. That's it for fight kit, right? But she has feats too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Но у нее так-то небольшой
Roll the video.
мувсет получается.
So her first feat, it's called Against the World. Basically,
Первый
when you do a
feat-
last out attack, you get an attack boost bonus of 10%.
Первый фит увеличивает ей урон, когда она меняет цели.
Within that 5 seconds, that duration will reset,
Okay.
so you could keep it going. And if you don't reset it, then the cooldown is 10 seconds
Okay.
for it.
All right. That's
Yeah.
cool. So then there's a second feat, right?
Yep, second feat. Insolent Shout. This is an AoE attack debuff.
Второй фит понижает урон противникам,
Sounds simple enough. There's an extra
и
level.
понижение урона, оно зависит
This
от
scales
уровня
with
шкалы
the strike meter as well.
персонажа.
So at the idle level, it will give a 10% debuff on the enemies. At the onslaught level, it will give 20% debuff. And at the ultimate level, it will give 30% debuff.
Oh,
Dang.
okay. You want to keep
10%, 20%, 30%.
Yep, that's
the
the
biggest bang for your
maxing
buck.
for it. Yeah.
Ну, 30% на втором уровне фита, ну, на втором фите 30% срез. Нормально.
Called Walk It Off. This is basically a self-heal for Arakure.
Ага, третий
And
фит
again, this
активный,
also scales off
исцеляет.
the meter.
Он ее
So,
исцеляет и
at
снимает все дебафы с нее.
onslaught, it's 30 HP, and at ultimate,
Ну и он
it's 45 HP.
тоже зависит от шкалы.
No, it doesn't.
What else does it do?
At every level, it also cleanses.
Okay, but are you talking just, hey, I get rid of bleed and fire?
It does do that, but all negative effects.
Oh,
Он снимает,
yeah.
третий фит снимает все негативные эффекты.
You get a bit of that
Кровотечение, там, огонь, дебафы, например, зачинщицы, все, короче, снимает.
pretty big cooldown. if
Yes,
it's like
we
that
gave it a
strong.
3-minute cooldown.
Okay, so you can't just constantly just go, hey, I'm getting rid of corruption.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You really have to choose. Am I doing this for the heal? Am I doing this to
The cleanse,
cleanse?
and okay, all right.
It's,
you line up things, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Works
Yeah.
on corruption
Yeah.
as well as Max.
And as I also just mentioned, thank you, Max.
Yeah. And finally, she has a feat 4.
Yeah.
This one is called Gang of Outcasts. And what this does is it maxes out Arakure's strike meter. For 20 seconds, there is no decay on the strike meter. But that's not all it does. It's an AoE effect that buffs your allies as well. While the 20-second duration is going on, your allies will get enhanced lights, they will get armored heavies, and they will not, attacks will not cost stamina.
Okay.
О как.
Yeah.
So basically
Сильно.
become like killing machines, just like she.
Четвертый фит полностью восстанавливает ей шкалу.
That's pretty
Работает он 20 секунд, и пока эти 20 секунд идут, у нее шкала это не понижается, но помимо этого она бафает своих тиммейтов.
There was.
Of course
There
we
was.
did one.
Unbelievable.
So
What-
Лайты,
how did it cook so-
enhanced, хэвики,
Yeah, we're
гип-
so just like,
блин, вылетело уже из головы.
looking, there's so much
Лайты,
detail to it
enhanced,
that's
хэвики,
just like,
гиперармор, как я понял, и ее атаки, и атаки тиммейтов
I would rank her
не тратят
pretty
стамину.
high in Dominion. Essentially, she's like a really good roamer.
Yeah.
She's really good at holding points, being able
Он
to like
сильный баф.
capture stuff, being able to like catch people running around like with that front dodge light is really, really good. She's good at peeling, she's good at ganking, there's a lot of good stuff. However, she's rather weak in the lane. Like she doesn't have a lot of big trajectories. Her like yeah, you have to lock and try to do stuff, and it's always a bit unwieldy. So she's really not optimal in the lane. She has no real laning support, so that kind of makes her a bit weaker there. And in, as some of you may know, competitively, the general kind of like accept that idea, and the way that you play the minion is you go from your home point to lane to farm for your feats to get your team's hard points up, and you rotate back and forth, and you have somebody else, like other people, to do other things. So Arakure is her specialty is more to roam around and do that sort of stuff. So it makes a lot of sense there. But yeah, so in the minion lane, she's not super good, and it's interesting because the strike meter is super cool, but in 1v1 scenarios, typically what we found, and when we've played with
Джесси говорит, что на миду она неэффективна.
She ends up like her opponent is basically dead when she reaches max strike, and that's with just non-stop aggression. So if you falter a little bit, if you take a bit more time, it goes down. You don't really get to it. So in 1v1, she's good, but it's a bit harder to exploit all of her toolkit, especially the target. You can't really target swap in a 1v1 scenario as well. So there's like some stuff there that she is not as good, depending on the situation, but she's still really, really good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Показывали. Там просто размашистая атака. Довольно быстрая.
Do I run to the other points to keep up my strike meter, get into another fight as fast as possible?
Ну, короче, судя по словам GC, персонаж создан, чтобы ходить по карте и помогать тиммейтам. Помогать тиммейтам, там, захватывать точки, удерживать точки, не ходить там чистить мид, например.
So how do I spend my resources? How do I work around them? It's all built around this interesting decision system of how do you play her, and how do you play her, and the way I play her might be different from how you play her and how you play her. So it's really interesting to have that kind of depth into a hero that her moveset is not the most complex one, but there's a lot of like moment-to-moment little decisions that are really interesting.
Nice. Awesome. And were there any challenges, anything you want to touch on like throughout the development?
Yeah, so I mean, like the strike meter is like brand new, obviously, right? It's not the easiest thing to get working in our UI, making sure it looks good, making sure it's readable. Also, just the functionality of it, right? We went through different iterations. We had at some point, there was one where every single hit counted as one, and that ended up being that, it overly valued light. So how do we kind of change it? So we changed it up. Now there's like different thresholds and like lights.
Только женщина.
Give different amount of like meter gain.
Разработчики уже сколько лет выпускают только мужчин и только женщин. Но уже нет двух полов на выбор.
A lot of challenges to how do you make it work? How you decide, like the heavy goes far, the light goes medium, the bash goes low. We didn't always have a bash there as well as an option. Right. So it's like there's a lot of these things that are not super clear that we have to kind of validate as we go through.
Ну, я бы не сказал, что она прям какой-то имбой прям выглядит. Ну, как Джесси тут сказал, в общем-то, 1 на 1 она не прям какая-то супер монстр-убийца, потому что ты не сможешь всю дуэль использовать ее на полную мощь. Тебе еще нужно набрать эту шкалу. Что противник, когда у тебя наполнится вся шкала, он, скорее всего, уже будет полумертвый. И тебе эта уже шкала как будто бы не шибко-то нужна. Но это в 1 на 1. Могут, но не было еще такого, чтобы сразу выпускают персонажа и к нему скин какой-нибудь другого пола. Если выпустят, то это будет когда-нибудь в будущем.
Arakure, they were amazing. Michelle, the other Costa on the design team.
Because we have two.
Yeah, we have two. Vince, man, there's so many. Chloe and
all
Fred.
Right now.
Nico was huge support with the strike meter. Terry, Alex on audio.
Урон мне показали, взяли, закрыли урон. Что у нее по урону?
Work on the gauge so that it looked nice and it kind of fit what we needed. It's a huge team effort all the time.
Yeah,
the animation team did amazing. Even the marketing team.
Не, ну, наверное, зарубежным блогерам дадут раньше времени поиграть. 100% они свои ролики выпустят. Нам расскажут.
Yeah, it was an awesome undertaking.
Very cool.
From all around.
Well, I'm very excited for that. And folks, we hope you're excited too. If you want to get your hands on Arakure, you don't have to wait long. You got 1 week to go because next Thursday with the title update, she's going to drop. We hope you enjoyed this, but stick around because we have an animation deep dive coming up right after this. Keep spinning those. Please don't hit anybody, and we'll be right back.
Все, сейчас попрет вся эта Ага, ну вот сейчас они нам и расскажут про то, как они анимации создавали, там дальше как модель делали. А я как-то говорил не единожды на прошлых стримах, интересную информацию надо в начало. Вот только они взяли и запихали балансные правки в самый конец, после этой мишуры полупони, которая вообще не интересна. В итоге все равно придется сидеть смотреть весь стрим. Этот обломок катаны, он не оружие, это символ. Чтобы вступить в эту банду этих аракур, им нужно сломать катану. Поэтому нет, он не будет использоваться. Аракуры эти, аракуров. Может ее просто Ара звать. Или Кура. Ну, Кура тоже неплохо, он Кура. 100% ее как-то будут в нашем комьюнити коротко называть. Ну что, сидеть, ждать? Там еще балансные правки, может там что-нибудь будет интересно. Ну что-то долго, но... Видимо, GC выкатывают из студии. Они, кстати говоря, так и не запустили, походу, стрим на Ютубе. А не запустили. Ну, уже не важно.
Welcome back, warriors. We are
Ну,
now
долго
at
ты,
the
конечно.
animation segment. We've got Vanessa and Michelle.
Долго
How
ты,
you
Ванесса,
doing?
закатывалась.
Great, thank you. So how about that fight kit? That fight kit looking
It's
crazy.
so cool, huh?
Word,
you know.
looking so awesome.
Yep.
Vanessa, why don't we just jump right into it? Arakure looks so badass. Could you share a
know.
bit more regarding the direction of her animation?
Yes, I mean GC touch up a bit on it, but she's our answer to a brawler hero,
Yeah.
basically. So finally, it's there. It's
Yeah.
there. So we have the Tomfa. You saw them. They're right there. So yeah, it's a little bit of she's
Бедняга Роти.
anti-violent, she's very badass. She has zero tolerance for bullshit.
That's it. That's
This
it.
that was the attitude direction that we have. So every time we did an animation, we're like, no bullshit. There you go. And yeah, she's very. She has a build-up anger. She want to release it. That's why she fights you. She always she short temper, always in your face. So yeah, that's her.
Awesome. Also, so just for a bit of context for folks watching, so when the team creates heroes, we usually try to establish 3 key pillars that describes the hero. Do you want to share those with us?
Yeah, I mean Ben talked about it. She's scrappy, firecracker, and brazen. It's again it's something every time we do an animation we ask ourselves if it fits that. So she's scrappy. You saw it. She fights 30.
Ай, разрабы, надо было балансные правки тоже в начало воткнуть.
So yeah, so she's very scrappy. She's a firecracker. I don't know if you noticed, but during the strike meter, the more you get into it, the animation change a little bit. So the navigation and all the idle, she gets more pumped.
Oh my god.
We had
that's
like
cool.
3 layers of a full navigation. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That was a lot of work.
Awesome.
Just to represent the firecracker aspect of this character. And she's brazen as well. So she's rough and tough. She has nothing to prove. She's super versatile. The weapons are really cool for that. And yeah.
That's really cool.
Ждать
So
роликов
as
зарубежных
the strike meter increases, like her animation
ютуберов
will
по ВХ.
a little bit,
Yeah,
like she'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
more amped up.
Yeah,
and
you'll see.
pumped.
It's a bit. I think some people notice. She's a little bit more into it.
Yeah.
She's really intense.
The
so-
adrenaline's flowing.
Exactly.
You want her,
Exactly.
you want her to press buttons.
That's it.
please," you know,
Yeah.
she asks you, right? So.
It's really that. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll put you in context. And
Okay.
like, so using the words, those words that Vanessa was talking about. So when's the last time you ended up like in a dark alley at night,
Ooh.
like a
Music
dead
was-
end?
I'm
and
I'm
no.
taking,
And you
taking it
turn-
back to
When?
last weekend.
you turn around and there's like 4 silhouettes like blocking your
Oh,
path.
no.
Like, so yeah, for a new hero, like that's street combat technique. Won't be clean. She will get out,
Mhm.
like bruised,
Mhm.
bloody nose, but on her feet,
Nice.
like Rocky style. Like, so that's her. Yeah.
Why don't we talk a little bit more about her weapons? What was it like animating Tonfa combat?
I mean, it's pretty new, huh? It's pretty cool.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah,
hold
you
them a
can
little
hold it,
bit?
Yeah.
Chat, this has a good weight.
Yeah.
And confirm.
We almost have.
I hold it this
Using
way?
the weapon gives you a
That's-
lot of ideas, but when we saw the Tonfas, like the weapon length, like JC was talking about, like using lights on this side, it got us thinking. And we didn't want to lose that that strength of like hooks and uppercuts by doing like wide arcs.
Okay, I see.
So wanted to keep it like more
it
of a
tight.
boxing
Yeah.
style. So what we did is like, so when she strikes, we brought her a little bit closer, not much, like 60 centimeters.
Yep.
So it doesn't seem like much, but the added pressure, the feeling feels good.
Hmm.
And it's just a little bit more grueling for the victim, like being
Yeah, she's in your
being
grill.
that close
Yeah.
in your face. So
Yeah.
that fits the character a lot. Yeah.
She has a short range, so we needed to bring her closer a little
That's
bit.
it. That's
Yes.
it. Super cool.
And yeah, at the end, like we just like up, pop back, jump back to create that separation. It works pretty well. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Also, one of her core features is her ability to target swap really rapidly. Could you share about a bit more of the intention behind this gameplay mechanic regarding the animation?
Yeah, target swap in Foreigner is an advanced way to play the game, and it's in Arakure toolkit. So yeah, first off, I had to surround myself with bots, doing all the angles.
A lot of
And-
controllers.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it was something to test, but when the first thing we noticed when we implemented it is that we could bring that further.
Давай, Данил, спокойной ночи.
It felt weightless a little bit, like
Mhm.
teleportation feeling,
Okay, I see.
and didn't feel like grounded and like that's she was thinking. She was teleporting more so.
Mhm.
So and since we're using pose matching and motion matching as a core tech in Foreigner, we felt we're getting away from the animation direction.
Okay, I see.
So yeah.
Yeah, she's not weightless.
Right, right.
We needn't wait. We needed her to.
So yeah, we wanted
Grounded.
her. to
Надо
show
прослушать
the
внимательно стрим.
control that it belongs. So the gameplay probability.
Когда именно у нее там dodge cancel, когда она может отменить recovery. Судя по тому, что я понял, у нее отмена recovery точно после light финишера. После хэвика, после баша, вот не знаю, надо
That's
внимательно
really cool.
пересмотреть.
So it's like basically like when she's target swapping between each character, there's like custom animations that like fit
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, because everybody can target swap before her.
Потому что
because
GC там что-то
Sasha did all
усиленно
those
прям
things
разжевывал,
and
почему
to
нужно,
reach and to
почему
add a
можно
little bit more
использовать
weight and
чаще
it's not
light,
Yeah.
а не
fast and
кликать
jump,
постоянно
like, yeah,
хэвик.
it feels really good.
Yeah, it's like
So
she's
when you
flowing
Потому что
play
ну,
right on.
хэвик
Yeah,
как-то
yeah.
звучит выигрышнее, у него буквально
Like,
все на
target
третьем
swap, but
уровне.
for her, I mean, that's part of her kit,
Yeah.
so we
We put
pour a
more
little bit more
effort.
love. Yeah.
Ну, видимо, у него все, но там нет отмены recovery. На лайте есть. Тогда смысл нажимать лайт есть, чтобы продолжать серию.
The rumor.
We had a lot of ideas, but we went with the spit in the face.
There you go.
face off. So you haven't fought her already, and she's already like spitting on you.
First thing you
Uh,
see, you're gonna.
So that had a lot of personality.
We love
Little
doing that.
animation, yeah.
Yeah, we love doing that, adding a little bit of personality and those little animations.
For sure.
I think it's really cool. One cool one as well is the ledge. When you're near a ledge, the character look down a bit. Before her, she literally squat.
Oh, that's
And she looks
so
down on
badass.
you, right? It
That
looks so
is
cool.
sick.
On German,
чё,
he,
будете ФХ
had
все
a little bit,
заплеванные
like,
ходить?
open his arm, so he's really like, dominating the battlefield. For her, I think the crouch was, I think it fits her.
Yeah.
We loved it so much. We made an emote out of it. So just for her. So yeah, no, it looks pretty cool. It's really in character. Yeah.
It's so awesome. It looks great.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about the pummel move? JC was teasing this a bit earlier. I think there's some Easter eggs with this.
I mean, it's something that we've done with Duran. During his pin move, he has a special realization again, Hatun.
Yeah, where he's like,
Yeah, exactly.
У нее какая-то специальная анимация
About
против какого-то персонажа. Сейчас, видимо, покажет.
has a lot of background and
Yeah, her promo is a bind. As a bind has a lot of realization,
Yeah.
like a lot of inputs you can press. But we went a little bit farther, and against a few samurai, the last hit will look different. Against Orochi,
Против Ороти, Сюгоки.
So normal character, you bonk them on the head.
Bonk?
Bonk.
You hear the sound already.
okay, I see it.
But against the samurai that she displays, like she will uppercut them. And then if you end up like killing them on the last hit, like on any ending, you will create a new kill animation.
Yeah, look at that.
And the samurai faction, the Orochi, the Shugoki, and the Kensei will uppercut. And if you're well positioned, it will let you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like a mini execution in that.
Ну, короче, против Сюгоки, Ороти, Кенсея у нее вот эта вот вторая анимация. Этот удар, апперкат.
Honorable samurai.
Yeah.
That's it.
So she's like, yeah.
That's super, super cool. That's awesome. And the fact that it ledges is.
I mean, it's the little thing,
It's
you know, the
pretty
ledge
fire.
is
It's a cherry on
always,
top.
Yeah. When we see an opportunity,
Yeah.
jump on it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for breaking all that down. Do you want to give any shout outs?
Yeah, I mean, GC named the whole team, but
Yeah.
of course, everybody was a great help on animation team. Thank you, Michelle. That's a lot of animation on this. There's Noel as well, that help on the hero, that work with Michelle a lot.
Together.
Yes, and Martin as well, that did the execution as well that we're gonna see soon. So yeah, great work, everybody. I mean, it's
Awesome.
It looks amazing.
I can't wait. It's going to be great. Thank you so much for coming on and giving us all the insights into the animations. Folks, sit tight because after this we have a special deep dive into the modeling of our new hero. But first we'll be showing a compilation of all of Arakure's executions. So check it out. Max, roll it.
Добивание сейчас покажут. И эмоции. Быстрая добивашка. Что долгие у них такие переходы.
Welcome back, warriors! Oh man, that animation segment was sick, and we are here to go into a
Не,
modeling
ну,
deep dive. And who better to
она
help us talk
подходит.
about the character modeling than
Согласен.
Arakure herself? Kiara.
Она подходит, да.
Arakure or something like that.
Now, I mean, we have to take a moment quickly off script to address the amazing cosplay in the room.
Yeah, she looks
Why,
amazing.
thank
Но ее уже давненько вроде не было на стримах.
That's an incredible.
она
look. How long
подходит,
have you
да.
been working on the fit?
Well, I'd say as long as the character has been in all our collective minds. So,
That's awesome. Well, you absolutely nailed it. So amazing cosplay.
Thanks.
Love that. And Danny, welcome back to the couch too.
Thank you, thank you. And seriously, as an art director, this is like the most fantastic thing that we see when people do fine art or they dress as heroes in cosplay and Comic-Con or whatever conference they do.
Это, насколько я помню, художница.
Amazing.
That's good.
Ну, из команды художников.
Cosplay guide confirmed after this.
Oh, yes.
Не косплеерша.
So, folks, again, we are here to talk now more about
Это
the kind of the modeling deep dive
сотрудница команды. Это одна из разработчиков.
to help us understand, like, what was the process? What went into, like, the creation of this character?
absolutely. So first, become the character. Be
Okay, step
one
one.
with Arakure. Yes, absolutely. But in all seriousness, my job is to reflect the character and who she is and their story and everything
Ну, я думаю, да.
through how they treat themselves, but also their clothing. So who she is vital, especially for Arakure, which is a fierce, close-range fighter. She isn't afraid of getting hurt. She shows it through her scars. You can see new ones, old ones. Her knuckles are raw. She smudges her makeup. You can see
Ну,
that
как
on her
будто
lips, on
весу
her eye
поднабрала.
makeup as well. There's layers
Художница
of
это.
dirt and friction through her clothing. There's
Раньше она вроде была
rips. She
подтянутее.
gets in there and she's there to fight and get messy
Yeah.
and get the job done. She's not there to look cute. She's there to look intimidating and fierce.
I think you absolutely nailed that. And, you know, like, even from everything we see, you know, like, it seems to, like, tell a lot about her background, like, and her story more on that through the modeling itself. Like, what more can you tell us on that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So her background is her story, too. You can see it in the materials, the pants, the robes. They're all materials that are accessible. Silks, suedes, anything too fancy.
Ну,
really
кстати
easy
говоря,
she is.
вот этот облик
Heavy
выглядит
woven
уже
materials where you can see the
посимпатичнее.
grain, how the
Да и
cloth
этот
is
выглядит
woven
посимпатичнее.
together, the weight
Вот
of
здесь
the
нормальные
material,
прически.
which rigging and animation did a major, like,
Без этой голимой челки.
exceptional job showing the scratches on the metal, the paint chipping, the way that the fur is all matted and scrappy and not taken care of, but still has that like fierce, intimidating look on it. And like also the details that you don't think about, the handmade embellishments, the embroideries that maybe she did or the people around her to up that look, to give personality, which is something that she's very known for.
Да не сказал бы, много персонажей изначально выглядят хорошо.
The tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
Lily did
Would
such
you look at that?
an amazing job at them. Like
Yeah.
she designed them, and I had the pleasure, privilege, and honor to applying it on her body, making sure that every piece fits like her musculature, the way the flowers curve on her body to really enhance that like beef muscle look. The organic flow of Japanese design as well is super important, and players will notice that every single skin has a little change in them, and that we applied places where you guys can actually change the colors of the tattoos.
Oh, yes.
So we wanted to give you a version of that, but also a version where she has no tattoos. She's just raw and full of scratches and full of blood.
Wow, that's so cool. Holy crap. I love it. There's just the customization.
Ну, лично, на мой взгляд, тот же мастер, мне, например, не шибко нравится, как выглядят вообще все его облики. Персонаж отличный, шикарный персонаж, но как он выглядит, мне не шибко нравится.
Well, not to go back on it, but the hair, like, the hair
Да,
was...
ну, а чё, вот везде можно, и на Твиче, и на Ютубе.
Yeah, the haircuts are crazy and like full
Но
of
на Ютубе вроде с
personality,
этим
which is
проще.
really what we wanted is someone that's in your face and not afraid to be who they are, but it's the little details. It's every strand of hair that we had to place in. It's also where we want to put the color that you guys, the players, can choose. Do we want it to make it look more natural, more crazy, like crazy neon dyes that cover the whole hair, the roots and all that? It was really like the placement of all.
Как мне герои?
Really
Да, не знаю.
to give that natural badass look, but also keep her character where she's like.
Ну, выглядит интересно. А у них все последние персонажи выглядят интересно.
Sorry.
Okay,
It's what it is.
yeah, we get one F.
Да, Хатун хорошо выглядит, согласен.
So cool though. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I always
Ну,
love like getting
персонаж явно заточен под масс файт, то есть под командные режимы. Видимо, в дуэлях она будет, ну, не очень.
No, seriously, Chiara did a great job, but I want to take some time to give some shout out to the Chengdu team that for the first time helped us doing characters. They wanted it
Ну,
for a
в этом
while,
случае, я говорю, у тебя два варианта. Ты либо это пэришь, либо впитываешь. Они не показали, что можно эту атаку отменять, но я думаю, ее можно отменять. А это можно будет в игре это надеть? Вот это выглядит гораздо круче, чем они нам показали. А, ну вот. А там вот эта третья прическа была, она будет в игре, нет?
So lots of options for you guys to have fun. So good job from the Chengdu team because they did the weapon as well. They didn't just do the characters; they did the weapon again.
Oh wow, yeah.
And they went through the same process we do for the characters. So they had to apply the backstory, where they come from, the street vibe, so raw materials, and we have a little bit of modern stuff like barbed wires to them. So I hope you guys are gonna have fun because they look really, really good.
Amazing stuff. So thank you so much, Shane. Awesome work on that. Yeah, that's so cool. So yeah, I guess after that, at the end of the segment, so we'll see all of these. Like we're gonna play a video so everybody can see like all the arm of the weapon sets at the end of this. So I guess like are there any final?
Я говорю, всех бедолаг, которые не могут просто спокойно отнестись к женскому персонажу, а этот персонаж Аракура, она просто разорвет на атомы. Говорю, я уже вижу эти комментарии у моба под видео. Это прям просто вот, чистый феминизм. Вот этот персонаж. Прям сильная женщина, прям сильная, реально. Вот если ходячий стереотип представить, вот этот персонаж, это он. Я говорю, просто на атомы разорвет чуваков.
You, Mr. Nolan, thank you very much for having us.
Oh, well, thank you.
As usual, always a pleasure coming here. You're awesome.
Hey, you know me. I'm all about coming here to talk about our amazing game. So
I know
very
you're the
excited
best
to
for
be here
that.
every time. So, so thank you so much again, Kara. Thank you so much for coming on board and for all the crazy work that was put into this hero. I think she's amazing. She
Нет, просто мне как бы в целом пофиг. Я нормально отношусь ко всему, что они тут выпускают. Мне вообще без разницы. Ну да, выпустили они такого персонажа. Я к этому абсолютно нормально отношусь. Меня не рвет от того, как она выглядит, как она там себя ведет. Этот персонаж, мне пофиг. Я уже как бы... Ну, я уже привык, сколько я уже увидел всяких сериалов, фильмов, игр, где вот это вот все, вот эта повестка, все это говно добавляют. Меня уже от этого не расщепляет на атомы, мне без разницы. Поэтому я несколько потешаюсь над теми, кого разрывает на атомы от такого. Следующий персонаж надо посмотреть. Ну, наверное. Сейчас скажу. Надо дорожную карту открыть на год. Да, новый персонаж, который выйдет в конце этого года, он будет на рыцаре. Почему? Нет, ну там красивые женщины. Ну в том же ФХ настолько красивые персонажи, как будто бы не сильно будут вписываться. Ну что это, какие-то модели модельной внешности женской персонажи пришли здесь сражаться в средневековье. Ну. Здесь прям откровенно вот таких персонажей, как Solar Blade, как Туби из Ниера. Тут таких нет персонажей. Пока нет гунерских вот этих персонажей. Есть красивые, но они не прям настолько уж красивые. Ну, вот этот облик ничего. Ну, в принципе, вот эти новые облики, которые будут с уровнем открываться, они гораздо лучше выглядят. Не, ну, дополнительные сеты, в принципе, неплохие. Есть варианты, которые мне лично нравятся. Да они как начали анимации пилить настоящие, новые. В принципе, на всех персонажах выглядят они хорошо. Там я не могу сказать, что у последних персонажей плохие анимации. Да у каждого персонажа были хорошие анимации.
Welcome back, Warriors. We are so excited to announce that Test Your Metal game mode is back during the event Metal Trials.
Amazing.
I'm so amped up for this.
I am too. Oh my gosh, this is like one of the most exciting events we have. One of my favorites, so I'm really stoked for that. So.
Работает так новая Вертона. Ну, получается, работает, да?
Yeah. We have a little trailer.
Получается, что так. Test Your Metal. Test Your Metal. Чем он был примечательным? Вроде бы на Test Your Metal можно было выбить чисто черный цвет. Или нет? Вот не помню. Короче, Test Your Metal режим, где вы сражаетесь против вот этих знаковых героев, боссов из компании.
Dude, oh my gosh, so awesome.
Почноуты будут позже. Они там почти в самом конце, как обычно.
It's been a little bit since we've had Test Your Metal. Do you want to explain what is Test Your Metal?
Yeah, let's give a little breakdown of the lore. So, to celebrate the Truce of Wyverndale, warriors from all factions gathered in a legendary fortress to reenact battles from the past. The last chapter of Honor Games would soon be remembered as one of the darkest moments in Heathmoor's history.
Super cool.
Awesome. Do you want to tell everyone how the game mode actually works?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about. I'm over here today. All right, so let's talk about Test Your Metal. So Test Your Metal is really fun. It is a PvE elimination mode where essentially you and your team will fight a team of AI bosses from the campaign. So each round that you play, the bosses will get stronger and stronger. So in week 2, for example, players fight against a team comprised of the strongest bosses from each faction. These are bosses including Gudmundur, Tozen, and Apollyon, as well as other campaign characters that are going to be in there like Stone, Holden Cross, and more. And then finally in week 3, we have the hardest challenge of the event, the Tyrant's Test, where you're going to face off against a team comprised of warmongers led by Astria. So it's going to be super sick.
That's going to be...
С каждой неделей этот ивент будет усложняться.
Also, a new awesome iteration is for the first time.
Будут подбирать более сложных противников.
So that's pretty cool. So you can see how well you're doing compared to.
Еще не дошли.
So the points will be granted by kills. So get out there, do your thing, go hard.
Kill them bosses.
That's
There
it.
we go.
That's it.
Не, ну тест
So one of the
Metal
main reasons that people love Metal Trials,
уже был до этого.
awesome rewards that come
Сколько
along
раз?
with it.
Раза два, наверное, был.
So of course we have the black armor sets
Ага.
retrofitted for all heroes. Is a little sneak peek. You'll be available from August 13th to September 3rd. We also have the Blackstone Elite color swatch, as well as the Iron Legion color swatch as
То
well.
есть я правильно помню, что можно было черный
Yeah,
цвет
I
выбить
love me
с этого ивента.
Tester metal armor, so I cannot wait, especially for all the new heroes. Is like the best.
Или это были комплекты доспехов?
We also have more rewards though, so let's check these out. So listen, during week 1, from August 13th through the 20th, you're going to be able to loot the battle outfit Age of Wolves. So that'll be
Это, я так понимаю,
cool.
были
On
доспехи.
week 2,
Доспехи
from August
для
20th
новых
to 27th,
персонажей.
You'll be able to loot the Apollyon's Might embossing, as well as the Rose of Horkos embossing. And then finally, there's the Rose of Horkos. Amazing. And then finally for week
Просто
3,
с боссами,
going
да,
all out
из
because
сюжетки
you're gonna
будете
be able to
сражаться,
do
но
the I Am War free roam
и с
event,
каждой
so
неделей
from August 27th
будут
to
усложнять.
You just gotta play, and you get the loots. It's that simple. So there you go.
I can't wait. Nolan, thank you so much for breaking this down with me. We got an esports segment coming up. I'm amped for that. So let's take a look at all the lootable armor sets from Metal Trials first, and then we'll head to esports after.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Ну да, это комплекты доспехов. Черный цвет можно выбить во время реалистичных режимов. А здесь, я так понимаю, во время теста Metal ты можешь выбить черные комплекты доспехов. И тут они показывают черные варианты для новых персонажей. Все, кто вышел уже после этого ивента. Мгм. С чего вдруг? Нет, конечно, он бесплатный. Единственный режим, который нужно было покупать, это Marching Fire, но он сейчас тоже бесплатный. Все бесплатно, кроме батл пассов и самой игры. Как же бедолага Юст пытается вскрыть Шиноби и не может вскрыть. Вообще не ведется, смотрю, Шиноби.
All right, welcome back, Warriors, to the esports segment. We needed that little transition because Anthony and I had to swap couches
A
here.
little swap.
It's very important. All right, I like the seat better, so
Yeah.
we had to talk. we talked about it. But yeah, we are here to talk about esports, and we had something pretty cool just happen. So Anthony,
Yeah.
like, what's going on in the world?
Yeah. So 44 Triple Threat just concluded. So a
Nice.
big thank you to everyone who participated, as well as our tournament organizers, Spandut and Nutella. For those that aren't aware, Triple Threat is our year-long circuit comprised of 3 tournaments where we're awarding players with circuit points throughout each tournament, depending on where they finish. So the higher up you finish on the leaderboard, the more points you earn.
Makes sense.
So we're trying to find the GOAT, basically. Who's got the most points at the end of the year.
Awesome.
But yeah, we started the year off with a 44 tournament that just concluded. We're going to be heading to...
А у нас есть здесь новые игроки.
Just in season 3. And then we're going to end off the year with another banger, another 44 Dominion tournament.
Не, Юст сейчас
But yeah,
может
we just
вскрывать.
wrapped up,
У него
the first
сейчас
44
куча
tournament of
опций.
the year. Awesome turnout. Big thank you to our casters, Verbalocity and Norgos, and a big shout out
Баш
to
в серии,
I Have Memes,
которые ему
who
дали,
made
он
main
сейчас
channel
может
thank you as
спокойно
our
вскрывать.
analyst. So, yeah.
Просто чувак на Шиноби ни в какую не ведется.
Big ups to him. He crushed it. It was awesome to have that analysis present. So it was really nice. But moving on to the actual results of the tournament, a big shout out to Team AOG for winning. If you aren't aware, Team AOG is comprised of some veteran players of the scene. They got players like Clutchmeister, Mina B, Nymphoniel, also known as Likimon, Vanlar, and they also had Rawhit, who was a sub. But yeah, this was Clutchmeister's 101 tournament win, I think.
Holy
It's
crap.
nuts.
Great job, Clutch.
It's nuts.
Опять Клатч
Collecting
выиграл.
the tournament wins like stamps,
Обалдеть.
honestly.
Чему я не удивлен.
crazy. It's also Mina B's 3rd official Dominion tournament win, who I believe is only matched by Jarl right now. So that's pretty cool. I like that. But yeah, AOG winning with the bracket reset after being knocked into the lower bracket was really entertaining. All the teams gave an awesome show. It was super, super fun to watch. But yeah, they won with a dramatic 6-1 against Stormina La Ballerina.
Показывали добивашки.
For those that don't know,
Показывали ее
Stormina
эмоции,
is
показывали добивашки.
They stacked roster. They got players
У
like
нее хорошие
Blitz,
добивашки.
Singulations, Antonio, and Living. Like, it's crazy players. But yeah, a big thank you to the other teams as well who made it to the series final. So of course, Stormina La Ballerina.
Ну вот, мотаешь стрим назад.
And JK as well.
Crazy.
Да посмотришь.
Those sound like some really, really tough teams to
Yeah.
go against
No.
there. So
was
awesome
fire.
stuff. But I believe we also had another content creator who made their competitive debut. Is that right?
Yeah, we did. So Raptor X on Team JK did super well, beating out Masters of the Onesiverse in the close qualifier to make it to the top 4. This is again an awesome feat because Masters of the Onesiverse had some incredible players. Like it's comprised of Silix and Bean, who's a dual frenzy winner back in 2024, I believe. They have Topmine, who's also an incredible player and is always in the running.
Не дождешься.
And there's also Ewop, who won the Friend or Foe.
Я уже не играю в For Honor больше года.
Back in 2024, 2025, I can't remember exactly, but like
Я не собираюсь
they're all,
возвращаться.
like, top players. So like the fact that Raptor was actually able to pull through with that with his team was awesome.
Показывали возвращение старого ивента.
Check that out.
Всё.
It was awesome.
I love to see it. I always love to see like more people coming in, more people competing. But speaking of which, you mentioned circuit points at the beginning of this. So where does that leave us now with the whole circuit points and the total for the year?
Exactly. So yeah, we're still tallying up the scores, but you could expect players from these top 4 teams to be at the top of the circuit leaderboard, considering there's only been one tournament. But the circuit's really going to start to get spicy after the results from 1v1. After that, players will have one final chance at the end of the year to earn as many points as they can in the final Dominion tournament of the year.
Nice.
And see who the GOAT is. Yeah.
That's awesome. So I can't wait for that. And you mentioned the next tournament's going to be a duels tournament. So what can you tell people about that?
Yeah, so signups are going to be open soon. So keep an eye on our socials, the Battlefy as well. It's going to be in
Зале, конечно.
3, but in the meantime, maybe some
Все ее фиты синергируют с ее мувсетом.
matchmaking. I'm sorry in advance, but players like Blitz, Bingalations,
Если бы я играл на этом персонаже, я бы не стал заменять ни один из ее фитов.
all incredible players. Take notes, honestly. If you're looking to grind and get better at ones, these are the guys.
Nice. Incredible.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's
I don't got
awesome.
Anything else?
Well, cool. Well, thank you so much, Anthony. I always love to see how our esports scene is progressing, and really excited to see the next round of this. So, Warriors, keep an eye out for that. Make sure you sign up, participate. It's going to be so much fun. So, really excited for all the amazing competition. And folks, don't go anywhere because coming up next, we're bringing JC back to the couch to talk about
Все, дождались. Почему-то.
quality of life segment as well. So we'll be right back with all of that. So stick around. Welcome back, warriors. We weren't gone that long. We hope you enjoyed your wait. Nah, I'm just joking. JC is here, though,
Yes,
to talk
I
about
am.
balance. Amazing.
I don't know. I don't know. People were summoning me again.
I know. They couldn't get enough. Yeah.
They can't get enough of me. And I don't know how it works, but it always works. I teleport from my desk upstairs.
You tried to leave. We
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm out of here.
back.
I don't want to do balancing. We don't need balancing.
No, we don't. We're
We don't.
perfectly balanced.
Perfectly balanced.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't know. They ask for a lot of things.
Yeah.
They all ask for the same things, so you know what to do from the chat. It's always the same.
Oh, you mean Nerf Warlord?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay,
this, yes.
Durin buffs. And everything. Yeah, there we
Yes.
go. Okay.
That works.
Makes
Okay.
sense. Cool. So yeah, we do have some patch notes to get into for that. But before that, too, Raph, again, welcome back to the couch too.
Yeah. Why am I here when it's the time to talk about patch
It's
notes,
because
eh?
you're awesome, Raph.
It's
Oh, thank you. I have to
Может быть,
say
сейчас
something
будут
before we start?
патчноуты для вождя,
Like my 20th,
потому что они сейчас пошутили на эту
but
тему.
it's the first time when I'm sitting next to GC.
Oh, wow.
So I feel promoted today.
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
so happy. Can I like touch her
You
shoulder? or
can
something?
try. You can try. It's dangerous though. Yeah, that's what it is.
Just the power is gonna flow through you.
It's really tricky.
So in any case, why am I here?
Yes.
I'm
tell
here
us.
because we have a new narrative feature in the game.
Narrative,
A new
you
qual-
say?
Yeah.
Oh, it's my
It's
favorite.
actually a new menu, a hero bio menu, and you can start a video, Max. Thank you. So, whether you have a hero or not, you will now be able to go into a new lore section. In
Обалдеть!
that lore section,
Добавили
you'll be able to read, a
новую
sort of
менюшечку, где
summary
можно
of what,
почитать
an archetype, the
лор
archetype of each
персонажа.
hero is. What is a Black Prior? What is a Raider? What is a Arakure? What do they want? Why
Можно
do they
почитать
fight?
историю
How do they
персонажа.
fight? So some heroes, 12 of them for now, also have a description of an individual
Не, ну может и не будут перелопачивать. Просто они на эту тему пошутили, может быть,
So we have
выкатят.
12 for now. We will add more in coming seasons, but, and it is important, not in the next one. So for one seasons, we will not put updates, but it will come after that. And we intend to put as many as we believe is important. Yeah, so we hope this is part actually of a larger effort to bring more of our wide world and the large story of Ithmore into the game itself. For now, it has been accessible online. A lot of it is you needed to be there the season that it was told, or we have videos that describe what happened in that year or something like that. But there is nowhere that players can go and actually have references of everything that's happened or what do each warrior want. So now we're bringing more and more of it into the game.
Ну так, может, хоть кто-то заинтересуется лором игры. Потому что до этого, да, действительно нужно заходить было на их сайты официальные, там где-то что-то выискивать, смотреть, читать. А тут у тебя прямо в игре.
Not next season, once again. It is really important to say that.
I know at least one content creator that is probably overly ecstatic right now if he's watching it live. Fell off his chair, something, I don't know. But I'm sure there's
Есть,
at
да.
least one person. But overall, reading about all our funny sword heroes and our funny sword game is awesome.
That is very cool.
Able to get access to all these things is just peak.
Yeah, it is part. It's strange how you maybe don't know exactly, but whenever we say, hey, personality here or this element of the character is represented there, all of that is part of the background. So it's kind of narrative is kind of a connective tissue. It is not at the forefront, but it helps everybody else, and we all work together to create heroes. And this collective work is something I really want to praise for this special feature, because to do that has required a lot of work.
Нет, у этой игры больше нет лора, на
This
которого вы
update
смотрите.
ends up being by number of lines and number of
Этого
words
лора больше нет.
added. This ends up being the largest narrative update since launch.
Не,
Oh, wow.
So yeah, quite
в
a lot
игре
of work.
то, что они добавили, это нормально. Заходите, это что-то там на сайте у них читать, но это надо
Well, super
быть
excited.
заинтересованным.
I'm excited to go ahead and
А
read-
так,
read me some lore.
пока ты там
So go into Nusha, of
I'm
course.
gonna
в
go
игре
to Nusha,
находишься
of course,
и
I'll stay there for a
там
while.
тиммейтов
I think that's the
ждешь,
thing, is like,
еще там что-то ждешь.
not a lot of people know and
Можно
understand
зайти так
that
просто,
you and the narrative team are
из
so important.
любопытства
as to
зайти,
how
посмотреть,
we
почитать.
build heroes, how we do stuff, where we go.
На сайт,
I
ну
gotta
точно
give
бы
you
ты не
props.
пошел
It's
читать
just-
лор.
We've been
А
working
так в
together for
игре
a few years now, and it's amazing how like just getting
глянуть
the
можно.
background and how we're thinking about things that comes from you and your team, it helps everybody else. Like on the design team, I know we use a lot of where they're going, we sit down with you guys really often to go, okay, so we're trying to do this. How does it work with the personality and how does it kind of function? Because overall,
Ну,
when
я просто не
the narrative
понимаю
is
тех,
strong,
кому
everybody's
интересен
aligned,
сюжет и история For Honor. Я их не понимаю,
much,
потому
much,
что, на
much
мой взгляд,
better, heroes,
он
much
здесь
better
никакой
content,
вообще.
and it kinda, it's so much more cohesive. And so it's really appreciated, dude. Like it's
Эта игра вообще не про сюжет, не про историю, не про все вот это. Она про геймплей. Поэтому от меня, да, это звучало осуждающе. Я потому что не понимаю этих людей. Эта игра вообще не про сюжет. И учитывая,
all right.
как они это все рассказывают, ты это слушаешь, это все звучит, как будто они сильно даже и не стараются над сюжетом.
we got one page now.
Yeah, we're gonna put
Все
one
вот
page
этих
now. Well, we'll see. I'm not gonna do it again.
сюжетные вставки про персонажей, взаимодействие, все это звучит как-то там... То, что я слышал, оно звучит как-то по-детски.
As long as possible, yeah.
Okay.
Какие-то максимально
Yeah, I mean,
неинтересные сюжеты со штампами,
Arakure, she's there, you know, she's
Yeah.
fighting.
абсолютно шаблонные, не знаю.
Does she throw sand or something? No,
Yeah,
let's go. Give
Let's
it
go.
to
All
them,
right, let's
please.
go. Let's go. I'm sure people are freaking out. All right, okay. So we're starting off with
Варяг.
Varangian Guard. Is it? You're here. Should I say Varangian or Varangian?
Didn't we say Varangian because it is? Yes, it
As
is.
I'm happy you're here because I can ask you then. It's great. So now I know it's Varangian. So it's
So
great.
you're stalling yet again? That's
Yeah, I
what
was-
we were doing.
Okay, no, all right, great. So anyway, so we're kind of changing a little bit the hero so that we want to address some of the frustration that players have playing this.
Так, они, значит, забрали контркраш на боковых додж лайтах.
They had a little bit like their defense was a little bit different because we needed to make sure they could.
Забрали там контркраш на боковых додж лайтах.
And now her dodge attacks are regular dodge attacks with the same timings as everything
Ну,
else.
там теперь обычная защита, как у остальных доджей. И теперь эту додж-атаку можно выполнять, начиная с 200 миллисекунды и до 400 миллисекунды. Раньше было с 100 до 400. То есть выполнять боковую додж лайт-атаку можно будет на 100 миллисекунд позже.
And it just ends up being super frustrating when you're playing against.
Так, Salesforce Bounty, что это у нас? Это лайт через додж вперед. То же самое, в общем, сделали, что и на боковых додж лайтах. То есть выполнить его можно спустя 200 миллисекунд. Начиная с 200 до 500. Раньше было с 100 до 500. На 100 миллисекунд позже ты сможешь выполнить атаку. Так, Off-Keeper Spiral. Что это у нас такое?
But then it's harder to use on reaction or like even on prediction to guard breaks. You have to do it like a little bit earlier, so it balances that out again. Because it's one of those things that if a lot of heroes don't have that kind of vulnerability, it becomes super hard to play against them. You have less options defensively, and you become a bit too oppressive.
Gotcha.
Of course.
Oathkeeper Spiral, which is the zone attack that
Это зона-атака со стойки.
she blocks somebody with her big shield. So the issue here is
Зона-атака
that
со стойки имеет большее продвижение вперед.
because
Короче, дистанцию ее увеличили.
because of the way the axe works and all that kind of functions, if we ended up like making the trajectory in the hitboxes bigger, it created phantom hits. We try to avoid phantom hits as much as possible. We wanted to look as much as we can instead of weapon trajectory.
Уменьшили дилей
But the problem is that
на всех
not a
атаках
lot of range.
в
And
серии.
if we gave her like
На 100
two
миллисекунд.
movements, she would miss everybody around her. And the purpose of that move is to hit people
Атаки в
around.
серии можно будет дилеить теперь меньше.
But we've revisited it a bit and we made sure that she has just enough for a movement.
Не
because
так
when
сильно
an
можно
attack
будет
makes
растягивать
profit,
дилей,
I
как
watch
раньше.
somebody throw this
100
attack,
миллисекунд
hit
у
two
дилея
people,
отняли.
miss my target.
Нельзя теперь будет как раньше делать атаки в серии. Ну, 100 миллисекунд немного, но уменьшили, короче, дилей.
Actually, as much as possible, hit people around her as well. That it works good.
Okay.
На
The
атаках
last
серии.
thing that we did on Varangian Guard is we've reduced the ability. I'm going to read it because it's going to be complicated. The delay attacks the chains by 100 ms on every single attack that chains. So light heavy opener, allegiance, charge, and spiral, Yalder, hold keeper, and sellswords, bounty, and valor. So it might sound like it looks like a nothing burger of a change. Right? But the big reason why we're doing this.
Я не знаю, насколько... Не помню там, насколько прям страшно был дилей.
And initially we had made that delay window super long to give players a chance to really time them properly and feel good using them. What ended up happening is because of that, she becomes borderline impossible to peel in group fights.
В общем, они уменьшили этот дилей, чтобы варяг не был... Она не была такой сейвовой, как раньше. То есть раньше она могла задилеить тот же лайт, а лайт у нее там с контркрашем же идет.
Either by blocking in the direction you are from, or blocking the actual stance of the attack. So if you're on my right and you throw a top attack, I can block top and block it, or I can block right and block it. Because I block both the direction you're coming from and the direction of the attack. So that's kind of why also it's kind of good to do like something like different sides so that it's a bit harder to block. But the thing is, this also applies to crushing counters and superior blocks. So you could often just like superior block on the side.
В общем, окно для дилея уменьшили. Она теперь не такая сейвовая. И вот второй этот лайт, которым можно контркрашнуть. Теперь в каких-то ситуациях, возможно, вы не сможете атаку законтркрашить, потому что окно дилея уменьшили.
So that is it for good old friend Varangian Guard. Or Varangian. Orochi, everybody's least favorite samurai, but somehow everybody...
Коротик.
So, mostly nerfs, which I think some people are going to be happy with.
Zephyr Slash, что это?
So Zephyr Slash, which is his side dodge lights. They're back to being enhanced,
Боковые додж-лайты.
but the recovery can no longer be cancelled by a dodge in any situation.
Боковые додж-лайты теперь enhance атаки, не отлетают от блока, но теперь нельзя отменить рекавери после боковых додж-лайтов.
So we're applying it to Orochi and maybe somebody else that we'll talk about.
В общем, они сделали как пиратки.
But
Warlord, right?
Warlord, yeah, Warlord, of course. We're gonna nerf Warlords. But essentially, the idea here is that because it's
Так, зона атака.
it's really, really, really good, and it has a big trajectory.
Уменьшили
Being able to dodge
хитбокс
cancel it, even on
на
hit, proves
the left and front
a
sides.
little bit.
Уменьшили
strong.
хитбокс на
You're still able to zip
левой,
out too much on the battlefield,
на левой
really, really
и
defensive.
передней
Slowing it
стороне.
down so that
В общем,
it's
спереди и слева
really a
уменьшили
one-shot
хитбокс
defensive move. You're gonna do it once, and that's gonna be it.
у зон атаки.
Yeah, you can do it if it lands.
И теперь
go into, like,
зона атака отталкивает противников меньше, если они ее заблокировали.
So then we adjusted his zone
Так,
attack.
Wind Ghost.
So
Что
we
такое
adjusted
Wind
the
Ghost?
trajectory to have a little bit less reach
Wind
on the
Ghost
left and front
это-
sides. Because again, it caused a little
дефлект.
bit of phantom hits, but it was super strong.
Дефлект у него теперь делается через хэви.
So it ended up being a bit too strong in group fights.
Опять-то
because
ерундой
it would hit
занимаюсь
just outside
какой-то,
just a little bit.
как у избавительницы
By
тоже там
lowering
меняли
this
дефлект.
just a tad, we're able to, it functions a lot better, and it's a little bit less annoying in group fights. And we've also lowered the amount that it pushes opponents when they block it. That causes issues where if I throw a zone attack and you're there and you block it, you used to get pushed away just a bit too much to be able to effectively counterattack me. So by lowering it enough, you're going to still stay close, and you have less forward movement. You have to move a little bit less to be able to punish me and do what I need to do. We've also changing the input for wind gust, which is deflect attack. It's now on heavy. I know people are going, no, we're not going to do the old animation back. But essentially, like, we're putting on heavy because Orochi is one of the few heroes left. Like, unfortunately, Shinobi has it because it's on guard break and we don't want to do it. That can just dodge and hit a single button and get both the dodge attack or the deflect. That's an actual option select.
Yeah.
People use option selects in a lot of wrong ways. This is the right way. It's one input that does multiple outcomes depending on the situation. The game selects which option it's going to do. That's where the wording comes from. So that's an actual option select. So by putting it onto heavy, you as a player actually have to go, I deflected, I have to hit heavy, and not just I dodge attack. And if I'm lucky, I'm going to get deflect. Otherwise, I get my dodge attack, right? So we're doing that for pretty much every single hero. Again, like on Shinobi, it's a bit harder because it's both a kick and some weird teleport that he does. and it doesn't feel quite right to have that teleport attack on a light or on a heavy. So we're gonna.
Ну, в общем, теперь дефлект
right now, at least for Orochi,
игрок будет делать осознанно, не будет такой ситуации, что он случайно его сделал. Хотел нажать додж-атаку, а там в тайминге так сошлось, что сделался дефлект. Он, ну, нажимает лайт, потому что боковые додж-лайт атаки, и он делает таким образом дефлект случайно. Просто потому что повезло в тайминг попасть. А сейчас ты будешь его осознанно делать, потому что через хэви. Так, и кунай тут остался. Подняли у куная кулдаун на 30 секунд, теперь будет восстанавливаться 60 секунд. Увеличили урон, теперь там 20 единиц, было 15. И кунай теперь будет выбрасываться на 200 миллисекунд позже. Раньше на 400 миллисекунде, теперь на 600. И подняли там рекавери. Раньше там рекавери был 200 миллисекунд, теперь 500 миллисекунд. То есть будет дольше восстанавливаться после куная.
Part one of that change. Part two is that the recovery is now also higher. So it takes 500 MS before Orochi can do anything, whether the projectile hits or not. So now, if you're in front of an Orochi that you see through a kunai, you can do dodge attack and punish them. So it makes a big difference there as well into how viable the feat is. It's still off screen, it's still unlocked or whatever, but it ends up being a lot more easier to deal with in a 1v1 scenario.
Yeah, higher risk and lower reward.
Exactly, right? It makes sense. And so, kind of, if you look at it as kind of a damage per minute type of thing, it used to deal 30 damage per minute, right? If you use it on cooldown and everything.
Yeah.
Now it does 20 damage a minute, so it's a bit nerfed, but we tried to compensate for things a little bit so that it doesn't feel as bad to throw a 15 damage projectile every minute that does, you know, so we're trying to like adjust things and have a bit of compensation where it's needed.
Makes sense. All right.
Next slide. Who's up next? Jurin.
Две страницы Джурена.
Nerf Jurin.
Let me look into the lore. Nah, you're choosing this. Please don't put it on me. You're buffing him, right?
Yeah, we're buffing. We're buffing Jurin. No. So I've seen people in chat demand that we nerf Jurin, so we're gonna nerf Jurin. That's great.
Так, Lions Fury это его додж-атаки. Додж-атаки через хэви.
There's a bit of a typo here. It still says Sea Lions pounce.
Так, теперь это 600 миллисекунд атака, и она считается лайт-парированием. В общем, выполняться она будет 600 миллисекунд, и наказание за нее будет как за лайт-атаку, если спаришь. Ее нельзя отменять. Наносит она теперь 16 урона. Имеет обычные тайминги доджа, то есть с 100 до 300 миллисекунды. Ну, я так понимаю, можно будет выполнять. Уязвимо ГБ, начиная с нулевой миллисекунды до 200. Раньше было с нулевой до 533 миллисекунды. То есть окно уязвимости ГБ уменьшили. Так, рекавери на попадании и на блоке теперь 700 миллисекунд. Раньше было 800 миллисекунд.
Because if you tried to go
Interrupt block recovery.
and they did the extended dodge version, so the held version, they would punish you. So it created like an extra layer of
Interrupt
on
block.
top of everything else. Now, previously we kind of made it so that the tapped version is a little bit slower, but also it was no longer
Interrupt block
enhanced on hit. So you could block it and it would bounce back. And we made sure that you
Не
were
понимаю.
punished for
Подожду
that.
GC.
So if you blocked it, you got a free guard break on the opponent every single time. So that kind of works, but it still does not
Типа, если
fully address the
перевести
issue of
на прерванном блоке рекавери теперь 700 миллисекунд.
that yes has some risk,
Раньше было
or
900
a super long
миллисекунд.
one, it can
Не
be
понимаю,
fainted,
что за
that's
прерванный блок.
unblockable, all this stuff. So what we're doing is we're normalizing them. So the held version now is 600 MS, just like the tap one. It counts as a light parry, just like a light one. You cannot feint it anymore. It deals 16 damage instead of like 20 plus. It has standard dodge timings, right? So as the other ones, it's vulnerable to guard break from 0 to 200 instead of 0 to 533. The hit and block recoveries are 700, and interrupt block recovery is 700 as well. Interrupt block on this case isn't really going to happen much, but it's still there, depending what can typically happen. But it actually is interesting because something that's missing here, which is really interesting, is that it is no longer unblockable. So if you are Jern and you were relying on those like side dodge unblockable things,
Теперь эта атака еще и не unblock.
pressure somebody in a one scenario, you can no longer do that. If you're playing against Jern, every single time he does a dodge, if you read that he's going to dodge attack, you get a parry every single time on the same timing, and you can punish him very effectively. So we're removing
А смысл
that
теперь
layer
от
of freeze.
dodge
There is
heavy
still
атаки?
the, I'm going to hold dodge to get the block, but feint to GB beats that and empty dodge. So we're back to more normal options in here. You don't have to make a double read. And then if he does a held one, then you have to read, is he going to feint or let it go and all that sort of stuff. So it's really a big nerf to that attack specifically. I know it's something that's been requested for a while. We took our time to do it because we wanted to be 100% sure what can we do.
Yeah.
And we tried other things. We got a suggestion from some of our players when he came to the studio last week and stuff to try some things out. And one of their suggestion was, hey, why don't you make the held version way longer, like much slower, make it still unblockable, so that as a player I can go, hey, they're gonna do a side dodge, I'm gonna try to parry the tapped version, and if that fails because they hold it, then I can feint my heavy and then go into and then figure out the other thing afterwards. There's two issues with this. First of all, feinting a parry is a bit easier when your heavies are super slow because you have a much wider window. If you're like Glad or like people that have like 700 MS heavies, the timing is super tight. It's really hard. Then on top of it, you have to manually delay it. It's trickier to do for most people. You kind of have to go, oh, I'm throwing it. Then the window to delay your feint is tight. And the other problem is that if not a lot of people know this, and it might be why sometimes I see videos on Reddit of people going, hey, I parried, and it went through my parry or went through my block or whatever. And sometimes it's because if you press cancel, so the B button or whatever it is on keyboard or mouse and keyboard, when you parry, during the start of that parry animation, it disables the parry. So because we wanted to avoid the option select of, hey, every time I parry, I press heavy and cancel at the same time. And then if it's a parry, I parry. If it's not, I do a heavy feint, right? So because of this, there's that input that's there. So it complicates things even further. And on top of this is that attack is frustrating at high level, but it's also frustrating at medium and low level. And we don't want to force that burden that is extremely difficult to lower the frustration only on top level, and then the rest of the players just go, you know what, we don't care about you, which is not the case. We love everybody.
We do.
But our players are really important, so we want to make sure that kind of fits.
Ну, короче, очень много информации
The tapped version is
рассказал.
back to be enhanced. The recoveries are now normal, so you don't get a free guard break whenever it gets blocked. So they're really equalized, so that works kind of well there. So that's page 1, because you see 1 of 2.
Line Spawns — это его боковая додж-атака и передняя додж-атака. И там они ей дали enhanced. Дали enhanced, не будет летать от блока.
Or maybe there's 2?
И recovery тоже они тут подкрутили.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So
Letters, not numbers.
yes, I guess.
Yeah. Well, let's look. All right.
Oh, 2.
Second page.
Тут что у нас? Defiant Swipe.
So
Что
Defiant
это?
Swipe. So do you know what Defiant Swipe is, Nolan?
I believe.
Raph, you wrote it, so you know.
Yeah, okay. I believe that is his.
Defiant Swipe.
Hold light. Yeah.
Wonderful. Bingo.
Задержанные лайты.
So essentially,
rehearsed.
we rehearsed. So clearly everybody
I would not
knows
have
this.
known otherwise.
No one had to go and create tasks. for
Задержанные
people to do
лайты с
this.
нейтралом.
I don't know.
But essentially,
У них
the
больше
problem
нет
that we have
гиперармора,
with having,
но они теперь
armor
enhanced атаки.
is that you can essentially, you see red, you hold light, you beat it, right? The thing is, it was designed in a way that goes, yes, but you lose your turn. You can't chain. And generally, you lose the exchange because you're going to deal less damage than the damage you take from your opponent's attack, if it's a heavy or whatever. It also has some issues of like being able to interrupt some attacks in chains, and it killed some characters' offense. But basically, because of this, it's not necessarily that the move itself is too strong, is that it's very annoying to go against.
Yeah.
Because even if you win the trade, and if every single time I throw an attack at either one of you, and you're Jurin and you just hold light, like every time I have to feint to parry, or feint to nothing, or let it
В
go.
общем, забрали гиперармор, потому что Джурен просто мог спокойно влазить в любую там серию, в анблоке, просто зажать этот лайт, он под гиперармором. Да, он идет в размен, но как бы шибко не рискует. То есть, если противник доведет анблок, он с ним разменяется. Если не доведет, перейдет в ГБ, наоборот, накажет. И они на этом лайте, поэтому решили забрать гиперармор.
Because the entire time that you're bouncing back, you're vulnerable to guard breaks. This is a lot of source of damage in a lot of different situations where it's really, really, really dangerous. And sometimes it's why you don't want to throw out lights. Sometimes it's why some heroes are better in group fights because their lights are enhanced on external targets. Sometimes they aren't, depending on the hero. So it makes it more dangerous to throw lights. So it being enhanced means you can kind of throw it to kind of do a quicker interrupt in a group fight.
Но последние изменения исправили проблему, когда его атаки...
That's tricky, and so for that I have to explain again a little bit on a technical side to go how it functions. When you are, let's say I'm locked onto you, right? Actually, no, I'm locked onto somebody imaginary.
В общем, когда его атаки...
And you're both on the same side.
Как же это перевести-то?
The game kind of decides which indicator to show by determining which is the next one that will land on you. So this is why sometimes if somebody is on the side and throws a light, and the other person is a Hitoki, for example, right, and that's charging a top heavy, you're going to see a regular indicator to block, but it's going to hide the fact that Hito's coming with an unblockable right behind it until that light resolves. And then you can have you can kind of get smaller, shorter indicators for unblockables for slower attacks. The problem is that Jurin, everything he did always took priority over his opponents every single time. So you could, in theory, hide unblockables that are faster or start.
И чё?
There was a bit of a bug due to how we kind of build the hero and stuff. So that bug has been fixed, so it no longer overrides. So it should be a bit easier to fight.
Короче, в ролике это объясню.
Because they can't kind of just.
Послушаю, GC внимательно объясню.
Okay, that's it for Jurin. Don't worry.
Присутствовал там, в общем, какой-то баг.
Okay.
We're not nerfing Warlord.
Of course not.
No.
Но не дали нормально послушать, ошибка вылетела.
But we have some other changes.
В ролике это все объясню.
So first up on
Надо
Berserker,
сидеть внимательно слушать.
I was kind of talking about it before. Yes. So Spin Chop gets the exact same treatment that we gave to Zephyr Strike on Orochi. Side dodge lights are enhanced. They can no longer be cancelled by dodge. Same reasoning as with Orochi.
Так, Берсерк, значит, спинчоп, это, я так понимаю, у него dodge light атака.
They need to be enhanced. Because if they're not enhanced, it's a lot harder.
Теперь боковая dodge light атака у него enhanced, не отлетает от блока, но теперь после этой атаки нельзя отменять recovery. И эту атаку теперь можно будет продолжать на промахе, начиная с 33 миллисекунды до 300 миллисекунды. Раньше было с нулевой до 300 миллисекунды.
So a small change, but it makes a bit of a difference here. It's a bit of a bug that we were able to fix. That feels good.
Nice.
JJ. So Jang it's kind of a weird thing where
Так, мастер.
if you did actually right now on live, you can go test it out. Boot up the game and go test it out. We need the numbers. So if you're playing Jang and you do front dodge light, right? It's always going to come from top.
Yeah.
And at 300 ms right now. But go and try this. I dare everybody now to go and try this. You do front dodge, switch stance to left or right, and then press light at the same timing as you would do from the top. And see what happens. Spoiler alert, nothing. The input gets fully eaten because there was only a check to do a top light from front dodge, even though you can switch your stance. So by what we did is, because you can switch your stance, you can now do a side edit as well at the same timing at 3 to 900. It'll give him a bit more options as well when you front dodge, maybe hit somebody, do that sort of stuff. It's a very, very, very small buff, but it's still pretty interesting. It's more for almost for input comfort than anything.
Ну, тут скорее это багфикс
and
какой-то
another page.
с мастером. В
Nerfs to
общем,
Soy.
там в чем суть.
Yeah, so Soy is
Раньше
overperforming a little bit. There's all that good stuff.
боковые лайты вылетали, ты делаешь дождь вперед, боковые лайты у мастера, судя по тому, что я понял, вылетали чуть позже, чем лайт
Much better shape.
вверху,
And too much
чем
better of a shape that doesn't really mean anything.
передний лайт. Теперь
So
это
your
дело
thing is
поправили,
to-
и боковые
both
лайты
going down,
будут
the
вылетать
damage that
через,
defense
будут вылетать
does,
через
both going down by
тот же тайминг,
50%.
что
When
и
you have both
верхний
active,
лайт.
you no longer deal 50% extra damage, you deal 40% extra damage.
И там окно с
Keep an
300
eye on
до
it. If it's
900
still too
миллисекунды.
strong, there's other avenues we can
Так,
use to
Сахей.
pull downs or mess with that sort of stuff.
Понерфили
But
первый
we'll
фит,
see how
теперь
that pans out.
дебаф
And then if it's not
защиты
enough, we'll keep going.
20. Теперь дебаф на защиту
I'd much rather
20% накладывается.
slow,
Раньше было
steady
25.
approach
И понерфили
doesn't
третий фит.
nuke
Баф на
characters
атаку раньше был
as if
25%,
you're a
теперь
bug-infested planet or
20%.
something. Then just going, you know what, we're going to do like a little bit, and then if it makes sense, good, we're good. If we need more, and we're good to go. So that it also pads the patch notes a little bit, so it's good.
Sure.
Kidding.
Yeah.
No. Why are you saying those
I
things?
would never do these things. I'm crazy. I didn't have a lot of sleep, so that's what happened. I worked too hard on these things. Finally, we have we fixed an issue on Lawbringer where it was kind of interesting. If you did front dodge heavy, but you target swapped while you were doing it, right? So I'm dodging towards you,
And then
switch targets to Nolan, press heavy. There was a bug where Lawbringer wouldn't rotate towards you. So the trajectory would still hit you. You could still parry me, but it looked like it was going towards Raph. And so that created a bunch of issues, clearly. And so we fixed that. So now he properly rotates and everything is good and golden and happy. And Lawbringer mains can
Тут
rejoice.
поправили ему анимацию.
They can't abuse this anymore, but
That's fair. Yeah, that's
better like this. And that's how it works. So that's it for
это
patch
всё.
notes.
awesome.
Lots of stuff.
Yes.
I'm hoping people are happy with the During nerfs. I'm
Sure.
sure there's like a celebration this right now.
Поправили анимацию у Юста, когда он делает
Fireworks, the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. All right.
That's good.
Well, thank you so much, JC, for
делает переднюю додж атаку через хэви. И делает ее не просто в одного противника, а делает ее, переключается на второго. И там бывали моменты, когда он
So you do the
некорректно
math.
там как-то поворачивается.
Exactly, and that's
И
good.
выглядит это очень странно, эта анимация.
I
What I
do
did.
some math.
That
Up,
works.
up to 2 I can.
Okay. that's
Что второй игрок может ее спэрить, эту атаку, но выглядит, как будто летит первого игрока. При этом там хитбокс все равно задевает второго. В общем, я так понял. В общем, анимация выглядела некорректно, неправильно. Они этот момент поправили, и Юст теперь должен правильно поворачиваться ко второму противнику,
That's the best
как я
segment.
понял.
It's a great
Yes.
segment.
It's awesome.
Absolutely. All right, so let's go.
Патчноутов немного, но не такие комплексные. Он прям много чего там объяснял. Но это для ролика. Надо внимательно сидеть слушать. Я не люблю такие патчи. Много здесь было изменений, которые надо прям разжевывать. Внимательно сидеть, слушать. Сейчас это все сидеть внимательно слушать и писать текст. Ой. Хватает, короче, таких комплексных изменений. Он там, особенно на Джурене, прям что-то, ну, очень много чего разжевывал. Но боковую Dodge Heavy атаку они прям сильно зарезали. Этот GC послушать, ну, как будто бы я вообще не вижу смысла сейчас нажимать боковую Dodge Heavy атаку. Она потому что похожа на боковую Dodge Light атаку.
Welcome back, Warriors! We're here at the community corner. I am so excited for everything we've seen today, our new hero, Arakure, and all our cool new content.
Absolutely, yeah. We covered a lot today, and I know you were just waiting to come in and try out the tonfas yourself.
I was. I've been
That's good.
waiting my turn.
Нейросеть уже научилась
But now I'm here, and I'm gonna go through all the
хорошо
things
разбирать
that we
ролики.
have seen today. We have our
Я
new
потому что
hero,
пробовал, мне не
Arakure,
шибко
will be
понравился
available
результат.
on July 23rd for $9.99 USD. We have our free event, Arakure's Audacity, again on July 23rd until August 13th. We have our welcome pack and our value pack. The welcome pack for $4.99 and the value pack for $24.99.
Потому что пока что я не видел ни одной нейросети, которой можно просто скинуть, например, ролик, и она его может прям просмотреть. Обычно скидываешь субтитры, и она уже из субтитров тебе разжевывает. Но проблема в том, что субтитры, они к стримам автоматически сгенерированы, и они не идеальные, вообще даже не близко.
August 27th and Jormungandr on September 3rd. We have Starter Dominion is coming back again, a little bit different this time, on July 23rd until August 6th. You have 5 maps in rotation, as well as your stamina, your feats, and your revenge. You also have triple threat signups that are coming up soon, so keep an eye on our socials as well as the Battlefy website. We also have a long free week on Ubisoft Connect, PlayStation, and Xbox coming up from July 23rd until August 4th, which is a 12-day week. Very
12-day week. It's
very
amazing.
generous. Oh. We also have a summer sale because summer is the best time. Xbox is 85% off from July 7th until July 29th, and PlayStation is also 85% off. The Standard and Ultimate Edition from July 15th until July 29th, and then the Gold Edition from July 29th until August 12th. I just came on to say.
Кстати говоря, да.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Пошутили на тему вождя, ну, вождю ничего не выкатили. Может быть, дальше выкатят в следующих патчах.
Starting today, July
Бедолага вождь.
An illustrious outfit, the Apocalyptic Firestorm, available for 15k steel for all heroes. Look at this thing. They're so cool. Big, fiery, shadowy wings. We also have an Execution coming back. Ilma's Helping Hand, available for 10k steel. Has been retrofitted for all heroes now. Fun fact, Ilma will toss you one of 4 random weapons from off screen for you to do that execution with. So it's very cool. If you want to know who Ilma was, that's why we have lore pages. I'll talk to Raph about that one later on, actually. We'll see. On top of that, we also have the Kensei Hero Fest going on this week. So it comes with a brand new unique execution, Sekiwan, available for 7k steel. Now, moving forward,
такая скучная добёжка.
July 23rd, with the title update going live, we have an illustrious outfit that's going to be available for 20k steel, the Inked Koi, which are just cool fish. Look at these happy little fish just swimming around.
Are you kidding me? They're great. Don't be coy.
Oh, amazing. I love it. But we got...
I didn't practice that at all.
I know, completely natural. We love it. We also have a mythic outfit that's going to be available called the Swirls of Revolt, available 15k steel. I think that's going to go super good with Arakure.
I love it, yes.
Yes, we're foreshadowing that it'll look good there.
Wait.
But it looks good for everybody.
Of course.
Really good. And we'll have a new execution, the Bloody Scuffle, so available for 10k steel. So this one, you know, get into the spirit of Arakure and the bare knuckle and the fighting and the punching and just, punch them all. It's going to be great.
Punch 'em all.
So much punching.
So much.
And, we mentioned it earlier in the show too, but we are doing something really special for Arakure. So on July 30th, Arakure is going to have her very own unique free roam emote that's going to be available. So if you want to be your own delinquent and you really just show all the fools in Heathmore what's up, you can do that, folks.
It's perfect for her.
It is. It's like absolutely perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We got more content of the week because on August 6th,
Эта эмоция была для всех,
a
если что.
brand new material is coming out available for 10K steel. It looks glorious. Papa Nurgle is pleased. So we're good with that. And we have also some content of the week legacy content from the Test Your Metal, which is available. We want to remind people on that. So from August 13th through September 3rd, the illustrious outfit Timeless Wolf will be available. So if you want your very own golden Apollyon mask, now's your chance, and been retrofit for everybody, because everybody does. We also have the mythic outfit Candlelit Shrine, which has also been retrofit for all of our heroes, available for 15K steel. It's super cool. There's a spooky skull and candles and books, the spookiest thing of all. And an execution, no weapon needed being retrofit here, so that'll be available as well. And look at that, knee to the face, off the cliff. Hey, it's a whale.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a whale of a time. Sorry.
Whale.
Whale. All right, whales not included, folks.
Sorry, so yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'm sorry. We got more. There's an arcade quest going live today. Wolves from the Door, available from July 16th through the 23rd. So check that out. It's available for all players. And this weekend, an event order, the Medic Challenge. So from July 17th through the 20th.
Вот Аркаду играет, в челленджах этих участвует.
On the ground that needs to revive. So pick
I'll
me
be
up.
right there with you.
Hey, it'll be good.
Hey.
Hey, and we got more because August 6th through the 13th, we have an extra
Но дополнительный
XP
опыт,
so
это
get
да.
double XP at the end of every match and on all completed auras. Perfect time to grind
6
out
по 13
all the
августа
reps on the
двойной
heroes,
опыт.
including
But
Arakure.
Это да.
That's right, not just one, but 2
Hey.
XPs. All right, so that's a lot of stuff.
That is a lot of stuff. But you know what? We got even more stuff. But it's stuff from you.
Oh.
You guys, our community. The reason why I'm here is because we have some community corner videos coming up right now. Let's check them out.
А где 2 бедолаги? В смысле, а что, 2 бедолаг не будет? Которые обычно вот эти вот видосы показывали. Болваны какие-то.
You lost Zone A.
И что здесь такого? Типа крутой момент или что? Я никогда не понимал, что вот показывают такие моменты, но тут же видно, что чуваки вообще, ну они просто никакие. Тупо в блок лупили, просто втроем, во-первых, они лупили втроем одного. В блок просто там вообще тупую кидали атаки. Пожалуйста, блокируй, парируй. Уже были с шаманкой видосы на прошлом стриме. Она еще одного сейчас выкинет, да? Это печально. Ладно, Варден их прям как-то красиво раскидал. А там просто 3 болвана, которые стакают ярость. Что там такого в этом моменте? Обалдеть. Мы же того никогда не видели.
Wow.
Мне казалось, вот эти нарезочки из добивашек, они уже ушли давным-давно. Кто только так не делал. Я в том числе. Только я это делал очень давно на старте канала.
So good stuff. So amazing work, community. So thank you so much again, everybody. And I think that's it for us. Zahara, thank you so much for being here with us to look at all the community stuffs.
Yes.
So cool.
So cool.
We will see you all on the battlefield. And don't forget, next week, July 23rd, all of this is going to go live. We talked about today. So Arakure, one more week, and you'll get that. And that's about it for us.
And we are going to raid Raven Knight.
Raven Knight, all right.
Oh, very cool. We'll see you guys on the battlefield.
All right. See
That's
you,
it for
folks.
now. Bye.
Все. Ну что, интересный персонаж. Ну такой для командных режимов. Очновов немного, но они такие любопытные. Местами комплексные, надо прослушать. Все. Ждите ролик. Стараюсь максимально разжевать все, что он Джесси там в балансных правках показывал. Но так, я так понимаю, обычно зарубежным блогерам дают возможность поиграть раньше выхода персонажа. Скорее всего, так и с Аракурой выйдет. И они нам покажут, какие там у нее альтернативные фиты, какой у нее урон, какие у нее макс-паниши. Это надо ждать. Я думаю, ролики они тебе выпустят ближе к 23 числу. Может, если мне не впадло будет, выпущу потом еще один ролик с дополнительной информацией по персонажу. Но если они выпустят до 23-го, если будет там время еще, будет смысл делать эти ролики. Потому что что-то последний раз они чуть ли не перед самой обновой, что ли, выпустили эти видео. И там уже как будто не было смысла заморачиваться. Но лично я фиты бы не стал менять у Аракуры. Ее родные фиты отлично синергируют с ней, с ее мувсетом. Я бы не стал менять. Ну, можно, конечно, третий фит посмотреть. Там исцеление. Как будто бы исцеление, если там есть неплохие варианты, можно заменить. Но там нормально он так хилит. Плюс снимает все дебафы. Хороший фит. Ульта у нее тоже звучит на бумаге сильно. Потому что там баф для тиммейтов хороший. Прям мощный такой. Все лайты enhanced, все атаки под гиперармором, не тратится стамина, 20 секунд. Как будто это может какой-то тимфайт реально зарешать. А Twitch дроп награды, ну, наверное, были. Обычно они на каждом стриме разработчиков есть, если ты на Twitch смотришь. И Twitch дроп награды будут на выходе персонажа, как я там понял, показывали в начале стрима. То есть, когда персонаж выйдет, смотреть стримы по ФХ, чтобы награды получить. Ну, там что-то смешные какие-то награды. Ну, как обычно, XP-бусты, там чуть-чуть режима легенды. Ерунда, короче. Ничего интересного. Ну, урон, конечно, было бы интересно посмотреть. Я не знаю, что они провтыкали разработчики, взяли, поставили себя вот этот угол с уроном. Не могли чуть выше себя приподнять. На урон посмотреть хотелось бы. А так, скорее всего, не дуэльный персонаж, персонаж массфайтный. Как мне кажется, ты пока там добьешь последний уровень ее шкалы, противник будет уже, скорее всего, полумертвый. И ну, ты не будешь реализовывать в дуэлях персонажа на фулл никогда. Новый раунд, а у нее опять шкала нулевая, опять ее наколачивать. А без шкалы вроде бы... Я бы не сказал, что у нее прям какой-то ну, мега страшный мувсет, если сравнивать с другими персонажами. Что там, лайты, баш в серии, но этим уже никого не удивишь сейчас. Ну, у большинства персонажей баши в серии, там, анблоки, синьки, а у нее, чтобы реально получить что-то страшное, нужно шкалу эту наколотить. А в 4 на 4, наверное, будет неплохо. Особенно если таргет свапать. Все под гиперармор, анблоки. Наверное, будет ништяк. Не, ну может это и не так, посмотрим. Шкала, в принципе, так чисто визуально, вроде накапливается быстро. И вот этот вот баш у нее, который с кучей атак, он как раз таки таким и сделан, чтобы быстро накапливать у нее шкалу. То есть как будто бы вроде делаешь дефлект, там этот гарант баш вылетает, тык-тык-тык-тык-тык, ну или в серии ты поймал чувака, тык-тык-тык-тык, вроде, наверное, должна быстро шкала накапливаться. Если, например, через баш это делать. Надо смотреть в игре. Но вообще персонаж для массфайтов. Вот так, на первый взгляд. Там посмотрим. Ну, вы посмотрите. От Джирена гораздо интереснее герой смотрится. Ну, может, да, не все интересно смотрятся. Но у Джирена мувсет побольше. Мне кажется, мувсет у Джирена поинтереснее. И ему не нужно никакую шкалу накапливать. Но в целом все последние персонажи выглядят интересно. Они пытаются каждый раз что-то придумать, какую-то механику новую. Вот эта вот шкала, это вообще, в принципе, новая механика для игры. Такого не было раньше. Так что все последние персонажи у них интересны. Насколько они балансные, это уже другой вопрос. Потому что тот же Сахей на старте вообще немощь. Неиграбельный. Вообще никакой. Потом уже с патчами, да, на нем уже можно было с кайфом поиграть. Я, конечно, не поиграл на нем в последней итерации, как он сейчас выглядит. Но вот первый нормальный такой балансный патч, когда на него вышел, где у него зона там была под гиперармором, гиперармор быстро применялся, вот уже тогда можно было с кайфом поиграть. Я это успел застать, мне тогда понравилось. Но я думаю, мне и последняя итерация Сахея бы тоже понравилась, потому что бафнули его прям серьезно. Ну, у Джирена, у Виртуозки, как я понял, проблем с файтами нет. Многие на них жалуются. Как я понял, вышла имба. Ну, я уже не играл, я не застал. Ну, Сахэ сейчас должен быть сильный. Последний патч балансный, который для него вышел, нормально его бафнул. Так, ладно, чё. Все, давайте, в общем. Смотрите ролик, когда я его выпущу. Я сейчас в отпуске, так что, наверное, выпущу его быстро. Ну, постараюсь выпустить его быстро. Не завтра, но, может, послезавтра. Ну, лопатить тут информации нормально. Все, ребят, всем спасибо за просмотр. Спасибо там, кто подписался, лайки поставил. Все, ждите ролик на ютубе. Увидимся с вами на следующих стримах разрабов или моих стримах, если зайдете. Все, давайте. Всем приятного вечера, спокойной ночи, смотря какое у вас время суток. Все, до следующих встреч.